And it comes to pass when the Lord God has started leading you are only a man. You are not God. You can never determine my destiny. And when I say I believe to accomplish my purpose and I God has said it, I believe it. No man can stop it. Oh, I will live. I will live. I will not die. I will live. I will live. I will live. To accomplish my purpose tonight. I will live. I will live. I will live. To fulfill my destiny. I will live. I will live. I will live. No, no premature death. I will live. When you are born of God, you can pick your Bible from the word. The key to life and death is in the power of your tongue. So whatever you declare shall surely be established. But they will give to see, to kill and to destroy. But Jesus came to give us life, that we may have it more and abundantly. Life for your children, your marriage, your health. Life for your ministry, your business, your job. Life in every way, life in every form. That's what I say. I will live. I will live. I will not die. I will live. No premature death. I will live. I will live. I will live. I will live. I will live to fulfill my destiny. I will live. I will live. I will live. Focus my purpose on faith.
Okay, good evening, folks. So very shortly we'll get this program on the way. The program going to be in two segments here this evening. First, we're going to take on the humanitarian side, life-saving situation. We're going to be hearing it directly from the house's mouth. Madam Orita Tape is going to be here. And the next segment, we're going to have Ambassador to Roosevelt Dan standing by in Wisconsin. Will also be joining us. But in the meantime, we will live. No one is born to die. So let's go to Queen Esther, and now we'll get this program going.
You were created for a purpose, and you cannot die until you have fulfilled your purpose on earth. Until you have accomplished your purpose on earth, you will not die. I will live. You will live. I will live.
Good evening, welcome. I'm Alfonso Z and Salt of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. This is Sunday, it's your regular editions of Freedom Watch. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you for sharing your evening, afternoon with us, wherever you are in Liberia, right here in the USA. Today's program going to be in two forms, two segments. The first one, we're going to be having Madam Orita Tape is standing by. We're going to be hearing from her a real-time life story regarding her daughter. We had a conversation, and she wants to share this with our audience as well as if you can make an intervention, certainly. So it's not also politics alone. She's standing by it right now. She's going to be joining us. Welcome to all our viewers and listeners, Susanna, Monica, Koma, and all of these folks, our men missing as well. We want to welcome you, Solomon, wherever you are. Do us a favor, just hit the share button and invite someone at your company. This is Liberia Public Radio. I'm Alfonso Z and so the program going to be in two forms this evening. The first, we're going to look at a life-saving situation. You're going to be hearing this narrative directly from the house's mouth. What happens and what can we do as well as people as Liberian. And of course, one of my favorite artists, a Nigerian artist, I love her song. Uh, she too will learn. She too, she died. We're gonna get to that later on, but time is fast spent, so let's just go right to the program. The orator is standing by. Stay tuned, and I'm Francis Z and Soul of the Liberia Public Radio Lpr-Tv. Okay, time is fast spent. Let me bring in Madam Tapper here. She's standing by to join this forum, so I want to welcome you. So let's see. Let me see what we can get her. Okay, here we go. Madam Tapper, just unmute your microphone and just hit the unmute button, and hopefully we can get this conversation going.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Well, audible. Good evening and welcome on LPR. How are you today?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
Okay, good. Okay, this is now the kind of old traditional. Okay, let's see here. Madam Celestine, hopefully I'm calling her name. Let me just bring her. She's also here. Let me just bring her. Here at LPR, we talk both community issue and as well as national issue. Ladies, happy Palm Sunday and welcome. If they're your first
Amen.
time,
Happy Palm Sunday.
yeah, how you guys
Same to
doing?
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, okay. Let's get to the
So how do we share the link? Because people been calling me, they won't come on, and you and they're not friend. I don't know your friend.
We get a forum. Just whatever forum you're in is already been shared. So
Oh.
yeah, it's we already share it. But you too, you can. Let me see if you want me to send a link to you, and then you can.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just send a link, and then you can also share it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Let me see here. Let's see. Let's get that done. Okay, so while we're doing this here, let's be a little bit. How is the Sunday, the Palm Sunday, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. How was it spent today? Let me see. I want to get a return here. Yeah, let me see what I can get. Okay. Let me see. Let me get it linked to you. Okay, I just sent the link to you, Orito, and then you can share it to your group as well. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to get out in the meantime to do it, that's fine. Let me just put you in the background. Okay, Madam, good. How you call your last name, please?
My last name is Tube. My first name is Lancer. It means God is good.
God is good. Okay.
hmm
How you arrive at that name?
What happened?
How did you arrive at that name?
My mother gave me that name.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, good evening and welcome. If it is your first time appearing on the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv, we say thank you for coming here this evening. Walter, let's get to the point. I know it's going to be a painful conversation, but we always like to have this sort of conversation for the benefit of the audience, listeners, follower, to know exactly what happens. I was in there, I just do not know the details, but we had a conversation here. So let me put something here. And like I said, do you recognize this young lady?
Yes. I personally have not seen her in person,
Okay.
but I got to know her about her through her mother. So
Mhm.
yes, I do recognize the photo because her mother showed her pictures to me as well.
Okay. And that was then, but this is now, correct? Yes.
After the shooting, yeah.
Yeah, that is it. And some of the pictures, a lot of pictures we have here, it's very graphic. The mother is going to come here and we're going to have that conversation as well. Okay, thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about yourself, just to get out to the public, whatever you think you can say about yourself, just briefly, so the audience will get a sense who we're talking to as well.
Oh, okay. Hello. My name is Lancer. My last name is Tube. I know the mother, and I am a mother as well, mother of four, and I'm a evangelist. So I live in America. I've been here since I was 13 years old. My mother brought me to the States, and I have a family. I'm a sister, cousin, auntie, daughter, friend, and I'm always willing to help where there's need. And I don't have to know you to help. Once God laid my heart to help, I will help. So that's who I am.
Okay.
Career wise, I'm a esthetician, a skin specialist. So
Okay. Where do you live?
I live in Fargo, North Dakota.
North Dakota. Okay. So more or less, you guys in the same community or same state, if you will, if I can say that, in the same state.
Yes.
Okay. I guess she's trying to maybe get some friends also invited. During the week, we were contacted by friends and Orita regarding her daughter. Again, this is the picture named Ophelia Tape. And this is the most recent picture of her here in a hospital. Here, there are a lot of pictures that we receive here, and simply because of gun, maybe gun violence, what should I say, or sugar shot. But she's going to come back to tell us here. What do you know upfront about this, lady? How you got involved?
Um, I didn't know anything about the case before, and when I met her mother at work, I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen you for so long since the COVID," and she was
Mhm.
like, "Yeah, my daughter was in some problem, and I've been going through a lot," and she explained her story to me, and I felt really bad for her, knowing that in this country, as a single mom and trying to work and be there for her daughter, it really touched my heart because as a mom, it's a hard thing to do. So I was like, I will pray about it. I will pray with you. I didn't promise her to do anything. I just told her, have the faith and I'll pray for you and I'll keep you in prayer. And she was like, okay. And I left from there. I did my research as well because when you're helping in a case or if you want to be a help, you want to also find out what happened. And
Before you, right.
yeah, so I did some research and it ain't look too good. And I was like, well, what can be done now? Because the situation already happened. And
Mhm.
what really moved me is that the girl she's in jail and she's not getting any treatment that she really need. So a lot of people wouldn't want to help after they seen the story. So I pray about it. I left it alone. And one day I was in my prayer and God just touched my heart, really moved me to, try to, contact the mom and help her. And I'm like, but what can I really do? Like, the only thing I know how to offer to her would be prayer. Like, I'm not a lawyer. So I started contacting people and trying to find out how this child can be helped. And since then, I've been in contact with the mom. Um, Regardless of what the situation was, what the child has done, I personally believe that nobody is perfect. And sometimes you got to go through the rough path for you to come on a better path. And this situation will help this young woman to come on the path that her mom had always want her to be on. And if we can all come together as a village, they said it take a village to raise a child. If we all can just put our motherly or fatherly heart together and help this woman, that her daughter will not be sitting behind bar and going through pain and not getting the best medical attention that she needs, is a hard thing for a mom. I see the struggle that she goes through. So
All right. Okay. Let me hold you right there. You do your research and we will get to that point. But let me just bring in Madam Tapet. Orita, if you can unmute your mic, so we'll be able to hear you. Okay. Okay. No. All right. Good. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I told Lens, that it's going to be like a painful conversation, and part of that is not to dig up the old wounds, but to also give a sense to our audience, our viewers, our listeners, to get the actual story and hear from you directly. You are the mother. So, it is not on purpose to go back to bring those bad feelings. We had that sort of conversation, but that's what we do here. We like to give people this. Let's see here. Okay. So, this is Ophelia, your daughter, right?
Yes.
Okay. And now what we are hearing, this is her now.
Yes.
Tell me and tell our listener what happened.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Almighty God. And last year, January 24th, I was lying down in my room and she called me in the morning. That weekend, she went to her boyfriend's house. Then she called me in the morning. She said, Mommy, can't get money for Erica. Then so you go buy the hair so they can do the hair. So I said, okay. So when I wake up like 9 o'clock, I got ready and I went there. When I went there, she didn't come outside. Her boyfriend brought the money. So I took the money. I pick up. I was leaving. I went like 2 blocks. Then she came outside. She called me. She said, Mommy, where are you? So I said, oh, I left. We're going to Walmart. I want to go change my car oil and buy the children hair when the store open because you have to oil Sunday that after 12 o'clock before the people can open their stores. Then she said, well, you need to come by. I need to see you. You just can't even lay out on you and then you just turn around, you're going by. Please come by. Let me see you a little bit. So I said, okay. So I was like kind of laughing. I said, but when I want started with video, then she said, it just started. And then 2 hours just laughing on the phone.
Mm.
So I turned around. I went back to her. She came to the car. She hugged me and I left. By the time I was leaving, it was like almost like 9:35. When I left, I drove straight to Walmart too because I wanted to change my car oil. So when I got to Walmart, I gave the car keys, everything to the people. They gave me paper. They said you got to walk around for some time and come back. So I left. I was walking around in Walmart. My niece called me. It almost at 10 o'clock now. It was like 9:50 something. She said, enter Ovita, enter Ovita. Where you at? Fifi Jack got shot. So I said, Nana, her name Lina, but me, I can call her Nisha. I said, Nana, what are you talking about? I just left from Fifi house just now to a boyfriend place. Then you telling me Fifi got shot, start like, how can I hard joke? What you want? That money you're looking for now? She said, no, enter Ovita, I'm not joking. Fifi Jack got shot. I don't know whether she dead or she alive. So I said, oh, the player standing and I'm my phone in my hand. I just dropped in the people Walmart. I started crying. That one white woman came to me. She said, you okay? I said, no. So she told me, she said, what you came for? So I said, I came to change my car oil. The people get my key over there, but I want my car key so I can go to the hospital and go beyond my daughter. I don't even know which hospital they took her to. So I started calling around. They said, oh, they called the Sanford Hospital, the new Sanford. So I said, okay. I went to the people. I said, yeah, get my car key. My daughter got shot. Go. They said, oh, they're working on the car. So I started calling around. I don't even know who I was calling because I was kind of confused. So they finished quickly. They gave me the car key. My very settled, I was going to kill myself that day. When I got in the car, I drove. I couldn't even see because I was crying. So I couldn't see who I drove in the middle of the road intersection. I stopped the car. Everybody was just blowing horn, boom, 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 left and right. I go low police came. They said, man, you okay? I said, I'm okay. They said, my daughter get shot. I don't know which hospital she in. Now I had a message, okay, get down. So I get down. He was parking the car. Then my cousin, Rita Kai, coming. So Rita said, well, Rita, what happened? So I said, oh, they said, Ophelia Jack got shot. Yeah, I don't know which hospital she in. Then Rita said, oh, that's the news. I think that the news sent for that. Why they can carry people. Let's go check. They can't get in the car. They had the police say, you know her. Then Rita said, yeah, that's my sister. Then they said, okay, park your car. Then you'll carry your car. I had Rita went and parked my car. Then we'll get in Rita car. We went to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, then the other boy went there. He wear big jacket. I think he went there to just go finish her. But then when he went, he carried my son in. He said he didn't keep up here.
Who was the person? You recognize the person that went? Oh, is that a Liberian we're talking about?
Yeah, he's a Liberian. He's a Liberian. He wear a big jacket. But those children there, they know us. But we don't know that friend there. But they know Ophelia man, they know T-Ball man. So when he saw me crying, coming with my sister Rita, then he started talking to the nurse, to the doctor. Then he started walking away. So the doctor said, well, excuse me, sir, where you going? You say your name T-Ball, you cannot see your sister. So why are you leaving? And man said, I didn't pay attention to it because I already wanted to see my daughter. So I was just crying too. I want to see her. So I papa him. So he started walking fast. By the time the doctor said, oh, you know that boy that going over there, is that your son? So I said, no. She said, but the boss said, T-ball. So I said, no, that's not T-ball. That's not my son. I don't know him. By the time they call the security, before they make all the man, a ball run. He get out of the hospital, he gone. So I went to the woman, I said, can I see my daughter? She said, no. Right now, she's in coma. You can't see her. As I was to that hospital all day, all night, until the next day in the evening. Then her head now, then they finished sewing it. That the only thing they did in Farco, yeah. They finished sewing her head. I had a brain, and still she was in coma. So what to the hospital, people were coming there to come see me. What we were doing, just crying, nothing to do, just sitting there crying. They said, oh, Rita, you gotta go home. Go to the children and find something to eat. I said, right now, I'm not hungry. Because it's not really easy when you raise your child come out to all the way 26-year-old, then they just disappear from in front of you. It's very hard. And those children there, I took care of them by myself. They got father, but the father left in Ivory Coast. I raised them by myself. Single woman before I would get married 2018. So it was hurting my feelings. So I said, I'm not going home. My uncle then were coming there, uncle standing there, Zulu, then everybody were coming there talking to me. I said, I will be here. Now how they say, well, our hand will not get hand surgery doctor yet. So we got to flew out to Minnesota. So I said, okay, then I will go where you're in the airplane. They said, no, you can't get in the plane. So I said, then how y'all leave me behind, get my daughter? Because I know Minnesota, who I know there. So I will go with her and stay in the room with her. Y'all carry me. They said, no, you can't go with her. At that time, my brother Uriah, he owned a children car accident here too. One of his sons passed away. At that time, he was in Fargo. He had a wife. So Uriah said, oh, I will carry you. So I said, okay. So when we left the hospital, when they put her on the plane, they start going. We get in the car 2 hours, so we start driving. We drove to Minnesota. And when we got to Minnesota, we went straight to the hospital, Hennepin Hospital. When we got to the hospital, we go see her. They said, oh, she's not here. Because in Fargo, I make a password. Nobody couldn't go there because the way the labor went there, I was scared. So I got a password if anybody go see her. So for that reason, when they carry her down there, they just tell the people say, when anybody come here, you tell them say she's not here. Then me and my brother got there, the people say, my daughter not in our hospital. I don't know what to do. I said, but when what kind of life here again, my people? The people say they flew the guy here, then you say they get not here. So I was making noise now. Me and the security people, because I was tired. I was stressed out. So I started making noise so the police will come, so they can find my daughter. That had the police start coming, they said, what happened? I said, my daughter in the hospital. And they said, she's not here. Then the man said, come. So I found he said, what her last name? I gave her last name. So he said, she's here. But the guy, do you know the password? So I said, yeah. So I gave you the password. So how they went and carry me and Uriah. First they say Uriah will not enter, only one person. So I said, no. We came from all the way Fargo, he got to enter. So that how they went and let her in. We entered that night. When we went there, she was still in coma. But at least when we lay out on her, it was much better. So we just we sat down there around her for like 30 minutes. Uriah said, oh, we just go home. Tomorrow, say you know the play, I will bring you back here before I go. He said, you're on your way to Kentucky. So I said, okay. And that time I just Gabriel was having baby. And me and a young baby was just in our car. Uriah said, okay, that he carry me home. He carry me to one of my cousins in Minnesota. They call her Judy. Judy today. I carry me to Judy place. From Judy place to the hospital is very far. So in the morning when Uriah carried me that day, it was fun. But the rest of the months that I spent over there when I going to the hospital, people were sending me lay cash and everything. And the lay money I got in the account when I going to the hospital, $85 for Uber. Sometimes $90, sometimes $75. Different price every day, the way the weather looking at how they can touch you.
Okay, let's have a little conversation here.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea for the reason why she got shot? Any idea?
I really don't have. I mean, what I noticed is that she went on a scene. She and her boyfriend, they went to a friend's house, and then the shooting opened there. I really don't know the main reason why the shooting, what happened before the shooting opened. I don't know because I was not there. But all I hear that she went there with her boyfriend to her friend house because some of her friends live to the community home over there. So that how they and the other boy met them there too. He said, I don't live there too. Oliver don't live there too. So that how they met, I think they met, then the confusion open and then the shooting open.
So talking about the shooting as far as you are concerned, or maybe from the police, are they all the shooters or those involved in the shootings, are they Liberians or any idea?
Yes, he's a Liberian. They are all Liberian. No different person among them.
Have the authority told you they have identified the shooter, the person who did that? Have they told you anything?
Yes, I know the boy. He's my friend's son. The original son. He need Oliver Tar.
Oliver Tar. Is he a resident in Fakutu?
Yes.
Do you know whether there was anything prior to that that can be the justifications of whatever shooting to take somebody's life? Because shooting, potentially you want to take, and it's like almost taking somebody's life away. Do you have an idea whether there was anything you saw this coming? Do you see anything of this that were going to happen to your daughter?
No. My daughter is a very friendly person, get it myself. She loves people. She always around people. So she had no enemy. I have no idea that she was going to get shot, but somebody said it surprised me.
We are also being informed, and I just want you to confirm this. After all of this, another person came out to say, oh, your daughter knew what was going on. And in fact, she's part of the happening. Can you explain, just for the benefit of the audience, who this person, why were your daughter brought into this whole thing?
I mean, my brother, people will always talk. People will talk things that they don't know about. And for me, I'm not a person that I will not just look in the sky and make up the story. As I said earlier, I was not there when the incident took place. I was not there, and my daughter that's supposed to get better and talk to me, she will not remember anything. When she got better, the doctor said she will not remember anything. So up to now, she got nothing to remember to even tell me.
So she currently still in the hospital?
No, she's not in the hospital right now. As we're speaking, she's in the jail, but she's supposed to be in the hospital because she's right hand damaged. She still got bullet in her left arm. She just feeling pain and sitting down in that jail.
So why was somebody that got shot or whatever reason, why would they, instead of, I assume she should be in the hospital for the recovery process, what have you been told that for what reason the jail her, as far as you are concerned? Any reason?
They jail her, they told me that she had she had, conspiracy, and then she had child neglect, and then she sold drugs to somebody that almost died. That's what they arrested her for. That's what they said.
That's what they told you?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what her lawyer, her public defender told me.
Okay. And my understanding before all of this, she was staying with you, correct?
Yes, she stayed with me in the house.
Yeah. Do you notice your daughter doing anything of such out of curiosity, just for the people to know what we are talking about? Have you noticed any time in your life that she was doing anything of such you know about?
No.
So and once this case like this, it means bottom line, let us get to the core button is lawyer business now, correct? To get her out and save her life.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer at this point?
Yes, I talked to one man, they call him Jeff. He the one who charged me $20,000 to work on her case.
$20,000 United States.
Yeah.
How do you think you're gonna get that? Where do you think you're gonna get that kind of money from?
Well, I mean, my very side, I've been asking people for help. I created a GoFundMe thing, and I got $375 from on it. And some of my friends, like my sister that online here now, Cynthia, she donated $1,000.
She gave you $1,000.
Yes, it was Ophelia lawyer fee. And other people, the national president, Mr. Yubo, also sent me money. And other friends and family, I'm not going to call everybody near now. They've been sending me even $30, $25, $50, anything anybody send me, it make a difference. So when I got that, I put everything in my savings, and then I went and did my taxes and got lay money. So I add everything together. I got $10,000 on hand.
And they're asking for $20,000.
Yes.
Is that where the lawyer can stop? Have you done all of the talking and say, but that's his fee, that's the fee he charged, correct?
Yes, I went there. The first time we went there, he said 25,000. So I told him I alone here, my husband are here in Africa. And secondly, I got children, other children living with me in the house. I have to pay rent and all of that. So I beg you in the name of God. So he said, okay, if you bring $20,000 cash, then I will take out the 5,000. I will do it for you 20,000 cash. So I said the 20,000 cash, I don't have it. At least when you talk about 5,000, 6,000, that one I can call my people, they can help me. But that one you call it too heavy for me. The first thing he told me, he said, but you can sell your house. So I told him, I said, I don't even have a house. I'm renting. Then he said, well, sell your car. So I said, but if I sell my car, how will I go to work? Then he said, well, I don't know what to say to you because I mean, I can't help you because I helped other Liberians before, and 2 or 3 Liberians before. When I pick up the case, I cannot drop the case again. I have to end that case. And when I sign off for that case, they can't get my money. They can't even pay. They will say they will make payment arrangement. They can't pay. So for that reason, I'm not going to do it again. If I would do it with you, then you got to pay almost like maybe 17,000 or 16,000. Then I will be able to say, yeah, get on payment arrangement. Every week or 2 weeks, give me 500.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in Madam Lenza here. Madam, are you hearing me? You can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay. I will say thank you. There's a saying that saying there's no bad bush for a child. Equally, we cannot condone things that are bad for our children. But first thing first is to save, rescue, make the life, to sustain the life, and then we can talk everything else. You give $1,000 to her, correct?
Yes.
Why?
Because I was led to do so. Um, I don't just do things till I'm led. And I mean, if I was in that situation, I'm not wishing to be in there, but you never know where you will ever end up. You never know what life may throw at you. I also have children. If I ever face that situation, I would want for another mother to look at me and help me out as well.
Okay. And all right. So, folks, for us here on LPR, we don't usually jump when it comes to people giving things. We make sure we ask all of the questions, and I can see the grief, the pain in her as a mother. And we talk, and I did talk to both of you when we were told some of the pictures that we have here so graphic. I mean, Facebook community policy, we can't put that in this podcast, or it will be interrupted. But having heard every other thing else before even making them to come here, we strongly believe we must intervene as a community, as a people, as a Liberian, as a citizen, and then we can follow through. So, Orita is 20,000 United States dollars to charge you to hire a lawyer in this country is crazy, especially depending on the nature. Yeah, well, no matter what it is. Let me ask you. You have a community in Fargo, North Dakota. Is that North or South Dakota?
Not North Dakota.
North Dakota. Is the community there aware of what's going on?
Yes, they are aware. Now, why we say, because when I was in the hospital, I hear that they were going to have fundraising. They were having fundraising for me. But since then, up to now, I didn't see anything, and nobody gave me anything.
Okay, I'm talking about. I heard you saying that if I'm wrong, just get me right here. It's almost what? How many months we are talking about? You say what? Was that last year?
They were last year, January 24th.
Last year, January 24th. So
Yeah.
your new year just started on a sort of bad footing.
Yeah.
So besides individuals coming out from the community itself has not come together to say this is our hand. Have they done that?
No. The only people that came, when I came from the hospital in Minnesota, it was executive women. They brought $100 and some stuff, like paper towel, tissue, food stuff. And then from there, it was successful women brought $200 and water.
Is she part, Lenza, are you part of those groups?
No.
So
I used to be part of executive women, but I left there and I was with successful women. But right now, I left successful women too.
okay. All right. That's good. important. So, folks, this is what we do here. Usually, like Rural Public Radio, we jump into timely intervention. After doing all our own, we may not have all of the details, but having talked to this lady and talked to other people out there, we decided to bring her here in a prompt conversation here this evening. And you know, I know if you have a child, your daughter in this sort of situations, just put yourself in that shoe. So she have $10,000 now. The lawyer said 25. The talk and talk came down to what 20,000.
100,000.
At least she get 10. And part of the reason is that I bring her here because if you're gonna say I'm getting 19, I say I would say, well, if you don't even have nothing, how can somebody help you? But from all indications, she had made a considerable effort by her friends, family to get to that amount, and it's left what 10,000 to go. So she has come here to appeal to all of us as a Liberians, far and near, goodwill people. Like in the case of Madame Lenzat, to just give 1,000 United States dollars for people or to someone that she doesn't know, it takes people of her heart. So this is the let me call this number that I have here. If it is correct, just let me know. For those who want to make contributions for your daughter, let me put the picture up here, and that's why we demand all of these things. We just don't want to talk. Uh, Image it speaks volume. Visual is very much important. And like I said, some of the pictures that we receive from the family, we can display all of them here for Facebook community regulations. We can't, but you can see this. This alone speaks volume. So this is the number that you have for anyone that will be touched, like in the case of Madam Lenza, 701 is the Zelle number for contribution, correct?
No, it's a cash out number.
Oh, that's the cash app. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I have it here. What am I doing here? Okay, that's a cash app.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is the other 267.
And the Zelle is 267-670-9740. The name on it
Correct.
is Orita Tape.
Yes.
Okay, so folks, there it is. We in the community, look at this young lady. That's her here. That was Dent. See her. Nice, beautiful sweatsuit, well dressed, look nice, cute, and I can still say she's cute. But see where she is right now. See her conditions. Just imagine if I was your daughter, your niece, or some immediate relative. See here. The recovery process here is huge. It's going to be painful. And so this lady coming out here, for those of you, we're going to keep that number out. We hope that somebody will be touched, like in the case of Madam Lindsay, to help. At least she gone halfway of the money requested, so it makes sense to ask for help. And that's the reason we decided to bring her here. We got some background talking. I don't know people in the background. They got to give her. Yeah, we're on a serious business here, so unless they want to start giving here too, that's okay. So let me put a number out here. The phone number here to call, I'm going to pin. In fact, let me do here. The number is here. You people know LPR number 682 number 433-8802. That's the number to call. Don't call. I'm not having investigation here. What happened to the guy and who did it? That's not the purpose of the call. You either call here to give support, to give whatever 5 cents, 10 cents, or whatever you can. If you're calling for a prayer, don't call. Just stay in your house and pray for her, because what we're looking for now is to be practical. I'm not saying prayers not important, but it's intervention that we are looking for. So if you are calling and you know people like to make contribution in the public, which is okay. I have nothing that I call a transparency. So that's the number there. If you want to call and make a contribution to her, or those numbers, they are there. You can call her. It can be after the program as well. And like we said, moving forward with our consent, we're going to be having this during our regular program. We're going to be saying this time to time. And those who have a hand, they will reach out to you directly. Uh, so they can give your call. So Manalan said, let me bring, she has explained a lot. We're not putting her on tribunal here to do another private investigator work here. Tell us what it means to give, to intervene. You took the lead, and that's a great intervention. What it means to do, why you didn't have a second thought, you didn't judge. It's like taking your whole paycheck and give.
Mm-hmm.
Why was this so important? Why you want other people to follow suit?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a woman of God, and before coming becoming a woman of God, I was also in the Word, and people make mistakes. This girl is not a perfect little girl, as we can all see. The reason and all of that stuff. But imagine when I was in the Word. What if I was in the wrong place at the wrong time? What if I was in a situation with friends, and I have been in situation before, but when we pray to God and we ask that God send us intervention, God Himself is not going to come on earth and do the work. That's why He created us. And I told you earlier, I said that I'm a woman of God, so everything I'm going to say, I would try to be practical, but also be biblical. When we say that we are Christian, our character is supposed to speak louder. I told her that I didn't even want people to know that I help her because it wasn't me in my own natural flesh. I don't think that I will be able to, but because I was led to, and as Christian, I feel like when people need help, we say God will send a help, but then God choose you and say, I need you to help. Do you obey or do you not obey? I can take that $1,000 and do anything with it. But the difference that it will make in Sis Orita life, that will means a lot. She cried out for help. And I believe that God touching more people to be able to come out and help her. We always see the glory side of people, but we forget to realize as human, this is the reason why I help. Because when you look in the biblical concepts, before Paul became Paul, he was Saul. He was doing things that was not in alignment with the things of God. You understand what I'm saying? All the disciples that followed Jesus, they had their butt. Peter denied Jesus. So before you become this decent person where people can look up to you as a leader, there has to be some kind of background. You cannot give a testimony when you have not been tested. And I strongly believe this child is going through her time of test. And once people can show to her that, there's people out here that really want grit out of you, it would encourage the other young women out there too who are making these bad decisions. And that's just my goal in life, making sure that young girls and young children are getting off the street and just making good decisions, knowing that we love you. Like, we want y'all to do good. We didn't come in this country to be behind bar. We didn't come in this country to be criminals. We came here for opportunity, and the opportunity is here. Can we be that people that can make that difference in our communities, to put our hands around our young people, that they will know that we got people that we can look up to. And that's how I see help to be. It's not just saying it. Actions speak louder than words.
Okay, that is so amazing. So let me put these numbers here. We'll continue to, like I said, we'll repeat this from time to time. The cash app number there is 701-899-3801. Then the zero is 267-670-9740. Those are numbers that when people call, they can also get you directly, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
They're both numbers?
Yeah, they both normal.
Okay, so folks, the numbers are there. Those are the numbers to intervene, to make a difference, to impact what Madam Tapper is doing. The number is 701-899-3801. That's a Zelle. If you want to cash app, you want to send contribution to her, 267-670-9740. They are there. So just call, and you can call her. But if we usually want to do things in the public. That is okay. If you want to call while we are on this live podcast for a couple of few minutes, we're going to be here. This is the number to call, 682-433-8802. However, don't call and say, I will pray with you. No, that's not the purpose right now. We can pray in our various chambers, various homes, and everywhere. Right now is financial intervention, and with our consent, we'll be having this anytime we have our program. So we'll try to add 2, 3 words on it. But please do what we can do. We ourselves will try to make that intervention. Are you feeling hurt the very community that you're in? Up to this point in time, nobody show hand out there to you. Do you feel that you're still part of the community?
Yeah, because I mean, everybody don't have the same heart. I'm a former cheerleader of the Liberian community, so it's just kind of surprising to me because maybe the president that was there, he town Finney, the one I was cheerleader on, he town Finney, and the new president that there, we still understand we work together, but you cannot force people, to do something for you. So I just leave it the way it is.
Okay, let me see here. This person say, you are reading the number too fast. Please be slow, sir. Okay, Mr. Dennis. So I'm not sure what are the cash out number. Let me do it the most slowest move, 2 miles per hour. Okay, the cash out number is 701 701 899 3801. That's the cash app number. For Zelle is 267 670 9740. Account holder is Orita Tape. And the number is, I think the number is visible on the screen there. So there shouldn't be, it will stay right there. People should forget calling. Those numbers are phone numbers that when you call, you can get her directly. 701 899 3801. Zell 267 670 9740. I'm happy that people that Mr. Dennis is saying here really slowly. It means someone is touched, someone is moved, and that they will do something. I know our follower here that they are slow to act, but they are sure in their acting. The only thing they want to make sure what they are giving is legit, is a rightful cause, and that's why we are having this conversation here. So, folks, that's the number there. Let me take a quick break here so that you guys can get a glass of water as well, and I'll be right back.
You were created for a purpose, and you cannot die until you have fulfilled your purpose on earth. Until you have accomplished your purpose on earth, you will not die. I will live. You will live. I will live. I speak in your life. I will live. I speak to your children. I will live. Life for your business. I will live. Life for your marriage. I will live. Life for your job, my friend. I will live. Life in your health. I will live. You cannot die on yourself. No, no. You were born to make it. You were born to accomplish. You will live. I will live.
Okay, let me bring in my guests as we are about to one in to get our second segment, Orita and Madam Lenzert. Thank you so much. Orita, we will try to, like I said, we will commit ourselves to be making this announcement and appeal to our audience, to our people. I know, like when they are giving people, sometimes they get tired of giving, and some of the things, people work hard and a lot of things ongoing as well. But with Mr. Dennis and others that are following from the comments that I'm seeing, definitely they're going to reach out to you. Just make sure your phone is always handy. And the intervention, Madam Lenzat, we want to say thank you so much.
Yeah.
You are not forced to do what you did is because of your kind heart and as a moral and God fearing person. And like you say, everybody deserves second chances. We are not here. Let me see here. Let me see this caller here. Caller, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm coming from New Jersey.
Okay.
My name is James.
Hey, James, how you doing? Just lower your monitor there a little bit so that, yeah. Good evening. Happy Palm Sunday.
I'm calling from New Jersey. My name is James Momo. I just made an initial contribution of $50.
Okay.
Initial contribution of $50. Um,
Just lower your monitor bro, because you're listening at the same time, so that's why kind of like I'm hearing you. You have
so
made an initial
I'm
contribution.
traveling, so when I come back, I will contact with Peter Tapper
Okay.
and to make more.
Okay. All right. No, James, thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
Let God bless you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you so much for what you have done. That's a lot. I really, really appreciate it. And she yourself will also definitely. Thank you so much. Okay, so Rita, I didn't ask you what means that one, the Nama business, but I know there's a Zelle, there's a Cash App. There's so James, he's one of our regular listeners and follower. I told you, believe me, trust me, you will get you will tell us. Our people, they are not sure people, but he's been touched, been moved, and just said that he's making her initial. Our courses orator. Okay, Dennis said they're going to call. Some people like to do their things in private, just how Lenza said. She didn't want it to be disclosed, but it's good. This thing is not like a secret thing. And the bold step that you took to also come out here, the worth it. I mean, that's your daughter, and no matter why it is. I'm not talking about the judgment people are going to pour out there. Everybody going to have their own drumbeat. That's okay, but she is your daughter, and you have to step out to do what you are doing now. To come out in the public that you were charged 25,000, you talk and you came down to 20,000, and you get half of that amount, then it worth appealing to people to help. And James said he's traveling, but when he gets back, definitely, and I take him for a while because I know who he is. Dennis said they're going to be calling you, and I'm quite sure other folks talk about Charles, Terry, Mary, and all of these people, Samuel Gay, Mr. Zilly Hamilton, and Representative Glee. All of these people that are listening, they act, but they do it slowly, quietly. They don't want people to know that I can for sure tell you that they're going to do something. Before we let you go, and like I said, we're going to be having this over and over. Before we let you go, what would be your message? What would be your message to the people?
Oh, I just want to say thank you to everybody that watching. And I'm asking God to touch everybody's heart to help me because I took care of those children by myself. I brought them in the country to become somebody, to give me water to drink. Not for me to be crying day and night. And I just bless God for everything. And y'all, thank you so much for your help. Let God touch your heart so you will help me. I don't want my daughter to die in jail tomorrow. Then people start calling me and sending me money. I will have no use for it. Because right now she still got bullets in her arm. Her medication, she's not taking it. They say the medication the doctor giving her drugs is too powerful. The jail is not taking it. They're giving her Tylenol. I don't know where will come from out of it if I don't get a lawyer to get her out of there. So I beg you. I'm appealing to you. You please help me. Right now, I really need your help. Family, friends, everybody. I need your help. Let God bless everybody. And Cynthia, I want to say thank you to you, man. The step you take, you got to be a mother to take that step. Thank you so much. Let God devil it and give it back to you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Madam, you took the bull by the horn. What could be your own human appeal, motherly appeal to those that are listening and following?
Um, First, I want to say thank you to you, Mr. Alfonso, for even allowing her to come on the show.
Yeah.
That really means a lot because when we try to do Facebook Live, a lot of people advise that this case is such a dangerous case and things like that. So I'm really moved that you have a show like this that people can come on because other nationality they have that. And I just want to tell everyone that's watching, if you're a mother, even if you're not a mother, as a human, a father, sister, whatever category that you falls in, thank you for even coming on to watch. That means a lot because you coming on that says a lot about you. You're not just watching just to carry the news. I'm just asking that y'all can please, come together as a community, as Liberian. Mr. Alfonso said earlier, Liberian people, we have a good heart. And I believe that I have a good heart because I'm Liberian as well. So being that we have a good heart, let the good heart shows and let us not be too judgmental towards the case. We just put our hand around our sister, like she said, she needed help. She's a mother. Let's just help her because she's grieving. You'll see her over there looking good. I work with her. I see her grieve. She's grieving. I don't even know how she's even moving around. This woman have I don't know how many jobs just to come up with that kind of money. So I'm just asking for people to come together and just help. And when the case is over, we can celebrate and whosoever that have things to say to give her advice on this child and anything we can do that. But for now, she's just looking for help, and we all just coming together asking to please help her.
Yeah, and I think Orito said it perfectly. That attitude you're giving to someone that is dead, and people can make all sort of statement, "Oh, you were good." No, it's time to intervene, and I agree with her. Whatever help you give now, it will impact. It will make a big, huge difference. It is time to do the check. It is time to do the cash out. It is time to do the Zelle. Don't wait. We are not praying for that. But if you look at this child, if you look at this young lady, if you look at this young lady, the picture, let's be illustrative here a little bit. This is her. See her here. Look at the beautiful hair on her there. Beautifully dressed, cute, everything. But see her now. See this situation she's in. See this situation. See this. This is I'm not doing this to hurt her. I'm not doing this to wake up a wound, but I want to be honest with you. See, see that hand. Imagine how that hand can function well to kind of like close upon and move it. Imagine the kind of time you're going to take. I'm doing this so that if you even giving, so that you will be convinced the reason of you giving. So forget about what the law gonna do or who did what. Intervene first, and then later on you can get that. You can ask other the question. I think that's the best time to do it. So Orita will be in touch with you. Like we said, we will keep reminding our folks during our regular broadcast here, and we'll do everything possibly we can. We will reach out for our human side as well. We want to say keep the courage, keep the faith. You have done good. Out of 20,000, you come up with 10 as a woman, and that's huge. And Madam, we want to say thank you for your timely interventions. We will keep in prayer and we'll keep to do what we're doing. Thank you guys so much. We hope to talk to you anytime, any hour. Let us know, and anything we can do from our side to get it to get the news out there, we'll be willing to do it as our own contribution without any hook or price tag hook on it. That's part of what we're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
God bless
All
you.
right. It was nice talking to you.
Okay then.
All right. Sister Rita, I'll call you later.
Okay. Okay, well, folks, that's Alfonso Soto of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. Welcome. The last and final segment in today is about to get on the way. This is what you love, politics. When politics come in, then you become a good friends of Liberia Public Radio. And so let's get a ball rolling. Humanitarians advocate now they are changing to get into the political field. What's going on? Should I become an advocate and then at the end of the day, I jump in the race to be to contest for representative seat for Grand Gita or senatorial seat for Grand Gita? These and many more. Ambassador to Roosevelt Dan is here. He's taking a close eye. Probably the decision is being made. He's about to go home in his own motherland, Nimba County, in District number 8. Let's get a conversation going. Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening. So welcome to our viewers across the globe. Thank you for sharing your Sunday. Happy Palm Sunday. Let's get the conversation here going. My guest is here initially to want to apologize. He should have been here to get it all going sharp 8 o'clock. But you know, this is something about life saving too. So he's a father, so he knows what will come out. But let me bring in Ambassador Roosevelt S. Dine. He's not a strange guy. He's in this podcast business. He's an advocate, good world ambassador. So why he wants to be representative? What is people not doing that the ambassador is upset and he wants to change the wheel around? I have no idea, but he promised to unveil. Am I understanding? The plane is waiting at his airport to take him straight to Nima County. I'm not sure whether you're going to even start Mosorado, but let's have the conversation. Let me bring in the ambassador and we'll get it going. Okay, here we go. Now you see, Ambassador Roosevelt S. Dant is a strong voice in this media business here as well. Okay, Ambassador, good evening and welcome. I believe this is the second time appearance on the Liberia Public Radio. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Mr. So. How are you?
Good. I will be praying. So if you win it, maybe I can be your special assistant. Everybody want to go on Capitol Hill. I think, yeah, everybody want to go on Capitol Hill. Let me do something here. Let me do, I want to see whether I can play some kind of magic here. Let me play some kind of magic here, possibly. Okay, let me play this magic here. Okay, look at this building behind me. Are they building you want to go to?
Exactly so. Exactly so. We want to go change stuff.
This is the thing that we've always been hearing. We want to go change. We want to go change here. But let's see here. I'm not sure what this person is. I want you to listen, and we're going to have a conversation.
Teams are really working. But I think they're going to come through GST and CLN to officially. And now my intention to contest in this 2023. As you all know, I am a citizen, not just a citizen by more. I am a citizen who plays some significant role in making things work for the CDC in the United States. And I think I'm not strange to anybody when it comes to CDC business. Not just talking on the internet, but being part of full CDC operation. So it is now time that what we have been fighting for will all be part of it to see how well we can pull this agenda of our country forward. No, especially through the CDC.
Okay, here we go. Good evening. Do you recognize that footage, that video? Is that you?
Exactly so, Mr. To. Mr. So, this is Ambassador Roosevelt was speaking.
Yeah, you made that proclamations on with courtesy of GHT. That's Michael Gilman. Okay, very impressive resume. Everything here. I'm not going to waste my time. We don't want to bore our viewers and listeners. I think that's a substantive part, the real conversation they want to hear. I'm one of your regular followers. I follow you, and you get a clear cut that had regular has co-stone supporter of the CDC. Advocates, you are goodwill ambassador. Why you try to turn to be a politician? Why you want to go on Capitol Hill?
Thank you so much, Mr. So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Roosevelt C. Dan, originally here from Lima County. Most of the time we hear on the social media, Ambassador Roosevelt Dan. The ambassador there is my advocacy name, the title that was given to me when I started with the Peace and Reconciliation Movement for Liberia, when the War Chronicle issue was the more talk about issue in Liberia. And we have been standing there for what is good for Liberia, battling and trying to bring out what is good for our people. And I'm here tonight to have conversation with my brother and maybe try to unveil some stuff that I'm planning to do for my people in Liberia.
Okay, there you have it. I will say thank you. Every Liberian has the right to serve. What is important, the authenticity, the genuineness, or whether you're going to get part of the elephant meat, as Liberian people say, or to get a 30K that was awarded to themselves and what have you. So you said it's time to be part of the Verita government that you support. Um, how long it took you to arrive at this decision, Ambassador Dan?
Uh, so I think the thing about people that go into politics is not everybody who actually plan from the beginning to say that I want to be a politician, to start calculating from the maybe from the onset before they get to that point. But at some point, you will see things that you think is supposed to be the way it's supposed to be, and then it's not going that way. And sometimes you will decide to say, "Oh, I don't want to go there because they kind of think I don't think this is my field," and then all of that, all of people will be there messing it off. While you are there, you're supposed to get it fixed. So the decision that I'm making is not that I made it before, but I have seen a lot of things that I have been talking about, even to the very leaders that we are supporting, giving recommendation, and they downplay on it. And we know some of those things that are things that we need to fix for our people, not just on the party line. We need to fix Liberia for the generation coming to enjoy. It's not just for us today to just look at today thing. So those are some of the motivational factors here that got me to get into this way.
Was that last year, some part of last year, you were in your own motherland. You've been carrying out some humanitarian work, clinic, something like that, correct?
Yes. One of the things that I stand for dearly is the healthcare issue. And usually when I go to Liberia, I will visit most of the clinic around there. I want to make sure if we can compare any clinic to that place as that of what we are seeing in the United States. But it has never reached to that point. So usually when I go, I want to make sure to see whether some changes have been made to our various clinics around, to hospital, and those things are not being made still. But with my passion in that, I think when I get there, I will be one of those voices there to speak on some of those issues concerning healthcare.
What should
That's
I
my
believe?
passion.
Ambassador, I'm sorry to say that, the LPRA, we always have this sort of engagement in a civil context. Why should I believe you that you will speak up? Most of these people come, you're a full-time career guard with criminal background, dealing with criminal engineers and cyber security, all of that. Why should I believe you that you're going to turn the key or turn the call, move the post? People have come here over and over. They have said this. So ambassador saying the now, say, oh, we're not hear this thing over and over. How do you intend to get this done?
Well, that's a beautiful question. You think actually I told you you got my record already. My background is in criminal justice. And one of those things that I have always been crying about is the security issue in Liberia. We do not have a stronger security that we able to safeguard our people. as I was taught in school, and I even did honor earning. I was a police officer, honor earning. What we did, and some of those things that we did, we are not seeing them happening right now. I don't know what is the reason, but if God help me and I am elected in that position, hey, I can even go to lead the committee on security. I will use my own expertise and my own what I have been taught in the school, and in fact in this country, to be able to introduce something different for our security so that they can benefit and be effective on the job. And not just on the healthcare alone. And not just on the healthcare alone.
So I'm a little bit confused here and get me to the point. And this is not meant to put you on the on the political firing squad here. Seeing your resume here is very much impressive, encouraging, motivating, look resourceful. You heavily support this government 247, like myself. Try to push the agenda, the propos, and the work of this government. With this sort of huge resume that I have here in my iPad with you, why Ambassador Dan expertise is not being tapped into someone with such a vast knowledge with security? Why are they not listening to you? I'm sure you've been making recommendations. Are they listening or not?
Well, the political party, if I, or the political issue in Liberia, this is how it works. I don't care how you talk, there should be some behind there to know you in person. So if you do not have that person, sometimes you have a good idea, but the idea will not go through. So I think starting,
Not to interrupt you, this time it falls right on your lap. It's the
yeah,
same, the
yeah.
same, the party that you support. I saw you on rally, taking microphone. In the morning you come out, in the evening you out, in the evening, in the afternoon you out, like myself. And the credentials here visible. So what is lacking?
Well, when it comes to CDC, um, CDC does not, as a political party, look for potential people in their own party. One of the things that I have observed on them is they want to seek people from outside, because I think they feel more comfortable with people from outside than maybe their own people. There are numerous of people who have resume been sent to Liberia from even from the United States or from the diaspora, who are serious CDC supporters. Whom some of them supported CDC with their own financial contribution, yet then still their application and or resume are still being in the file there waiting. So if we get idea and we cannot find a way to express our idea to bring it on the table, we can find way somewhere. Elected position, a position that citizens will decide whether you are the person that they want. Okay? So if I am elected, I'm not going to be working for somebody. If I honor somebody, the people who elected me, those are the people that will be questionable to. Those are the people that will listen to them. I'm not going to be there to tell anybody, yes, a boss man. And as a representative, to be beyond minister and be told minister there, I'm a representative. Then I got that huge power. Then I go there to be told minister there. I'm not going to do that. That's why I want to start my political career with my people. Let them bring me up before we get to that level up there.
Are you disappointed of the various institution, the party that you put in resource? I have no doubt that you invested into this. And I can say for sure, I will invest into something with the hope for me to get by if I'm qualified. And with this resume and the vice experience, the police, it needs people. You could be very resourceful. Your resume can tell me it's possible you can be director, deputy director, or some sort of high profile person within the security. That has not happened. Are you disappointed?
I am disappointed. One of the reasons I'm playing here, I don't want to go this route, but I think it will also be on a region level. CDC have not invested more in people from Nima County. On the party, they have not done that yet. And I've been a child from Nima County. Probably it is some of those things that stepping on me. I could be, if they, actually they are looking for people out there, I could be one of those that is supposed to pay. But it's not exactly so.
I'm surprised.
So waiting on the line here to say I will just be singing the song for them and continue to wait on the line. We'll be here forever. So I'm trying to find my way with my people. If they can bring me to the national scene, then when we get there, we'll see what we can do for our people.
Then when we get there, we'll see what we can do to our people. Have you decided which direction? Are you going on CDC or how are you going? What nomenclature are you carrying?
Well, I have not decided yet to run on CDC ticket.
Do you intend to run on CDC ticket?
If we get there, we decide, but not at this point. Everything that I'm doing is just all by myself with some support from my friends around. And most of the people from CDC, I know they know who I am, what I have been doing. There is no state in the United States that I have CDC activity that you tell me that Roosevelt has never reached just for CDC activities. They know very well, and we all know each other. I know when that time reach, they will come and support me. And when we get to the national scene, we uphold the dream for Liberia, and we fight for Liberia and fight for what is right for Liberia.
Let's get ahead of our shadow here. Are you having a conversation to most likely go on CDC ticket? That's a party that you love. That's a party you heavily support. Do you intend to do everything possibly you can to run as a sedition?
Well, from the beginning, I started that from the beginning. But now everything that I'm doing, even in Nima, the guy team Roosevelt have been launched in Nima County, very forceful thing moving. And I should be flying the logo and the flag of CDC in Nima County right now, but it has not been because initially I sent in my resume with my intent to contest.
With CDC?
Yeah, and the letter I sent those documents, I have not even received a response to say yes.
How long are we talking about here? You know, we just want to give our audience and people the benefit of that, because when you own people come, they slam you guys. They don't listen to people. People who like CDC, well, of course, we cheer. People who don't like the ruling party, of course, they have their right side to this agreement. But how long this letter has been on the desk, and to whom it was directed?
I gave letter to the chairman Moluba Molu way by, I can't remember, maybe 2020, something like that. I probably 2020, something like that, expressing my interest to contest in my district. So most of the things is somebody ICO gave you some communication. There should be some assurity. If you give assurity to the person can rely and say, okay, then I can start making my preparation. But if you give communication to people and there is no assurity that you just think that this thing will happen for you, then probably you will be wasting your more time, energy, and there for nothing. So you have to start somewhere. That's where I am starting on my own for now.
Okay.
If we will get to that point where maybe CDC will see, oh, that is so forceful in Nima County. The man is trying to go independent. If we put any candidate to where the man want to run, probably we all might lose the whole thing. So let's try to get to him. Maybe at that point we'll reach, we'll see. But for now, I am independent candidate, and my guys are on the ground patrolling and trying to recruit my people and reach out to our people.
Okay, well, folks, in conversation with Ambassador Roosevelt S. Dant, is District number 8 within Nima County. I am Afonso Zienso right here at the Liberia Public Radio. Let's take a quick break, and we're going to get to some hardcore conversation. Okay, let's come back here. So let's look on the book. Most of our people, sometimes they vote, they carry people because of their name. You always in and out. That one I can give you the gray mark for A. because you're always in and out to see. What have you gathered from that district for which uh, you were able to build that sort of courage, that sort of zeal to say, I want to contest. This shouldn't be happening in my district. What were some of the things, what were some of the conversation things that you hear from your people that prompted you that you have to take the bull by the horn?
Well, most of the things that I've seen and myself I have been hearing, well, when it comes to representation, that job, it have its own function. Okay, the function is the oversight, lawmaking, and representation. We know that, but because of our condition in Liberia, we are decided to hold our lawmaker accountable to do some initiative in our community locally, to be able to intervene in the people, in the suffering masses. So when we look at leaders who are not able to do that, to think about the future of other kids that are going to school and everything is just about them, it makes some of us to wonder that if we pass the stage that we are today, what will become of the children that are coming after us tomorrow? Will they be useful in society to represent us, to take our space? And what are we doing now to help them in the position? Some of those things are lacking in the district that I want to represent.
What is a perfect example of those things, and who are those people you are referring to? Do you care
Well,
to?
the perfect example would be the intervention of youth. What can we do to help the young people in terms of education?
What do you want to do?
Right now in my district, we do not even have a high school, a very big and populated district. We do not even have a high school.
What what is the estimated population? So there are also regulation. I do not know. There are also regulation from the Ministry of Education with respect to institution that will be planted within specific district. On top of your head, what is the population you think with that district for which high school is not there? And if high school is not there, have you questioned your lawmakers, county officials, why this is happening?
Yeah, sometimes the answer the lawmaker will get is this. He said that kids in the community love to go out to experience, to have outside experience, and coming in their home. And if high school is built there, nobody will be able to go there. And for me, I don't think it's true because I remember,
Is that lawmaker telling you that?
yeah, I remember during those days, they got school over there, they call that Kwende Mission. Kwende Mission. Kwende Mission was one of those missions whereby that educated a lot of people in our place there. People used to send their children from Monrovia to go there. At that time, I was still small, but I know most of our people, our older people, went to Kwende Mission. Kwende was not in the city, it was in the bush. But while the school was attracted that people used to move from Monrovia to send their kids there to go to school. So you are the one that had to make the change. Even if the kids are moving from the village to go to places like Gantos, Secretary, you still have to find a way to make the place attractive. How will you make the place attractive? You build a school, advocate for good teachers to come in the school and teach the kids. When you get to Uganda, there are so many high schools there. You don't tell me that everybody will love to go in the city. If we got high school in the city, that other kids around, they want to come and stay over there, they will still want to leave from other places to come there based on the teacher that they have there, or the school system. That's how people go to school. If you go to Minnesota right here, they got two major cities together. So do you want to tell me that somebody in St. Paul cannot go to school because they got high school in St. Paul, so they cannot get high school in Minneapolis? That's a blind lie. We need to create an opportunity and get chance to people to decide what they want to do. Those have been some of the arguments that we have been doing.
Where else you think that is lacking that is so much important and no one is paying keen attention?
Well, one of the major things that I told before was the healthcare issue. the health department, it is not doing anything much in Liberia, even in the district. I don't know whether the lawmaker is able to make recommendations and
So,
advocate.
Ambassador, they're not doing anything much. You defend this government on a daily basis, evenings and night. If they are not doing it, who should we hold responsible?
Mr. So, you saw me when I went to Liberia. I went to clean it. I took photo to those places. I posted it with warning behind it. Go on my Facebook page.
I'm sorry. Some of our
The government, but I think they're wrong. Those things that are wrong, I always talk about. I point those things out and I speak against those things. No, I'm not the kind of person who buy things because I want to buy it.
Do you think are they mad with you for being vocal on
I don't know whether they get mad, but I am speaking the truth. So sometimes they can be afraid to come close to me because I'm speaking the truth. Sometimes they believe that I'm speaking against the same party. That means what we holding for, we will not speak when the thing is going wrong. If we get at least 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6 Roosevelt down in CDC, who will be putting the government feet on fire and say, this is the CDC, this is not the CDC that we voted for. This is not the CDC that we're kidding ourselves for. We want things to be straight. Then we are going far off. What happened yesterday in Liberia? When moreover city police director went and black peaceful citizens who went to service their car, he went black because simply he had the power. He was mad with somebody in the garage. He went, he blocked the entire car that was supposed to go out. What happened? We started posting it. We started speaking against it. And he was suspended immediately. Those are the things we want to see in our government. We don't just want to be seen keeping the wrong thing happening. Then we go there to back it. No, I'm not going to be that representative. Even if CDC allow me to run on their ticket, I will be who I am.
What would be your decisions? I see some sort of little bit. What would be your decisions if you arrive in Monrovia and CDC say, you know what, we already have people here. I can tell you for the most part, when you get in Liberia, it's a different game. We are completely alienated. They only turn to all when they need the resources and they want to get things. This few days they rest, everybody. When you man, then our power. When you woman, our man. But as soon as they go there again, they put in America there, they want people job. They put in America when they can't hear. As soon as you go right now, Roosevelt down 1 hour. Roosevelt down 1 hour job.
I know.
Believe me, your phone is bustling up 247 every morning now because no rice in time. If your party say, okay, you know what? I mean, somebody that got beyond the ground, you being a party headquarter here, on the Sacomo tree, you just only come one time and go back here. It's not enough for you to go now for Sacomo tree to carry you to Nima County. At that point in time, will you still consider yourself a sedition?
No, these are some of the problems we don't, because we don't want the CDC to take a blame for us. If I go on CDC ticket and people getting kind of or different opinion about whether I'm not closer to the people or I'm closer to the people. Tomorrow, if I don't win, they will say, we told you. The mayor we told you. So that's why I want to go independent. Whatsoever that I'm going to be doing, I will be responsible for myself. If I'm not elected, that's going to be my business. Yes. Because most of the things I do in Nima County, when I go to Monrovia, I don't even go to the CDC headquarters. I go straight in Nima County. And somebody will say that in Monrovia and say, they people don't know that man in your district, so we should not carry in. Then that person will be wasting time because they don't know the connection I have with my own family that I grew up. That when I go, I will sleep. Even the ugly places though I used to sleep, I still go to sleep. Nobody going to tell me that. So those are some of the reasons. We don't want people so that tomorrow we can take blame for them, or they can take blame for us.
What kind of lawmaker, if Ambassador Dan is elected, looking at this bidding behind me, it's the first branch of government. And sometimes I find it very difficult to comprehend, to understand our lawmakers. They just think it's about themselves. They call one another names. You never see seditions lawmaker, Liberty Party, Unity Party, and all of those whopping million parties in the country one day to have a common ground to sit at a lunch table. What I'm a Liberty Party, you're sedition to sit and see to share notes. This is what I have. This is the bill that I have. I want you to take a review. What is your input? I need your support. They don't. They don't. Other calling group of people spineless, other people calling group of people jokers, other calling other people roles. It doesn't help. You going to add up to that number, correct?
No, I'm not.
How you intend to do it differently?
Okay, this is how.
When you have the courage to go and work across the aisle, to talk to other party people who are represented to say, hey, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. Will you have that courage to do that?
Yes, Mr. So. Even what we witness in the United States, they got two party, the major two party in the country. What usually the people do, I have been studying it very, very, very carefully since I started thinking about this thing. When it comes to making something happen, the Republican will not consider themselves to be Republican, but they will make sure to go down the flow, to make sure to reach out to the other people, to make sure that they allow them to do what they want to do. At that point, they will not be fighting. They will be appealing. They will be extending their hands out there. And they will make sure, because they want to see the interest of the American people be put first. That's what the people do here. But our guys in Liberia, they don't do so. If you have something important that you want to achieve, you have to put a party business aside. Okay? And waive some of your rights.
I don't think they will love that language, put a party business aside, because it seems to me that tradition is being built and nobody is willing to demolish that.
Yeah, that's why things not working. Because the one that happened in the United States, that's what the people do. They will call that bipartisan deal. They will go closer to the people. Whatever deal it is, they will accept to go into it with the people because they want that piece of legislation to be achieved. They will do it. At that point, nobody, you saying you're not going to go attack the president because he needs something from them. So, for example, if CDC want to pass a law to say the all folks in Liberia here, we want to make sure government be taking care of them. This is the bill. We want the bill to pass. Will CDC go and be abusing the people? No. Your goal is you want that piece of job done. You have to be polite. You have to give yourself to the floor. You have to do everything. You reach out to the people to convince them, beg them, explain to them the understand. Now we're attacked. Because the thing you want to do, you want to achieve, and you want it done for the people that you there representing, not yourself. But sometimes they are so promo, they think about themselves, they say, who I am that I'm going to go to Roosevelt Down committee to go talk to Roosevelt committee to consider me for my bill to go through. Then by the time you look, the whole thing getting into confusion. So sometimes they have a good plan to do for the people. Sometimes they will not be, they're not going to achieve on that.
Okay, so I'm quite sure I'll make you to respond to this comment, but I'm quite sure you are making to reference not just party. You remember John McCain was in your dying bed, and he left Phoenix, Arizona, Capitol Hill, and he did like this. First, he felt that it was not in the interest of his constituents, the people that he represents. Our people, they put their party first, not the people. They will only start going there now because 2023 is ahead and their job is at stake. They will start having overnight meeting now, working like Chinese people now, doing overnight, overtime or whatever now, town halls and all of those stuff here. I'm quite sure that's what you're saying. But this is what Mr. Abraham Bengu is saying. That party called CDC will disappoint every one of you guys. Does he have a ground on what he's saying?
I don't think I would call that disappointment. I do not think so. The reason is sometimes when you are somewhere when people don't value you, show to them that I'm a human being. I'm big enough to be like a beggar. I can't do that. So if you get that mind and say, yeah, I can wake up and do something, other people will follow me. Once I'm doing that and the people not even thinking that I'm somebody who can bring something on the table, then I can find my own way somewhere out there.
Let's profile in the interest of fairness for the conversation here. Let's profile some of the things that you intend to do to achieve if you are elected to be the next representative for district number 8. But remember, we're signing a covenant and I say if you are elected, I want to be a special assistant. So that one we got to make it black. we'll, we'll make it black and white. But on a serious note here, what are some of the things that you catalog? This is what I mean. We just taking that run through because I'm quite sure I support people. It doesn't matter who, which party. I think, and this is what we need to start doing to educate the electorates. People need to start supporting people based on what they can offer, not just under the last name or by calling the name of the party. They must vote on substance. But unfortunately, the media itself has been misdirecting the people. Liberian lost drama. So more or less the entertainment aspect has taken over the actual and the real news, the fake news, the subliminal messages, and all of those innuendos, everything that is starting. And that's what Liberian people love. What is your focus for district number 8 that is really lacking? And if you go in there, your party that you're supporting take you, and they end up going, bringing another candidate and you guys go into that race. I don't know at that point, will you still consider yourself as a sedition? So will you caucus with them? Or what are you going to do? But let's look at your agenda for district number 8, for which Roosevelt Dan going to be getting on a flight over thousands of miles to go back to Nima County.
Okay. I told you previously that I have 10 pillars of developmental initiative that I want to do for my people. And those things, I arrive at those things based on what is going on currently in our community. So I will touch briefly on them, and then I will try to little bit define some of them to see how well I'm going to do that. And actually, I have not been able to define it on a public scene like this, because some of our guys, they do not have idea. As soon as they hear you saying something, they're going to play drill radar and become their idea. They start running with it. So
share your own right now. So when they start talking their own, they say you lie. You took that thing from Roosevelt, that idea.
Yeah, they started doing from the time I posted out a picture. They
start tweeting and start changing words, using synonyms and antonyms and all kinds of crap. They don't make their own. Let's hear your own. So when they start, then we'll jump on them.
Thank you. And even I have even challenged them. The past election, what they ran on, I want to see that so that I can compare what they have been doing. Because some of them do not even have what I have here. So when you look on the 10 pillars of developmental initiative for Ambassador Roosevelt Dan, the first one is the healthcare delivery. The healthcare will be the clinic, the hospital that I am already undertaking 16 bedroom, patient bedrooms, medical clinic that I'm undertaking. By God's grace, the clinic might be open by next year to the general public. And what we intend to do to this place is from the initial stage, the place will be open free for our people. And again, while it's open free, we observe if doing that, we will be able to continue to maintain it. And then one of the things that we want to do under the healthcare is to be able, one of the group of people that they have been forgotten about in the district are these people with disability and the disabled people. Okay, nobody cared for them.
Okay, I don't want to leave my audience with ambiguity. You're going to open free. Where will the resources be coming from? How are you going to pay the staff? Nobody going to pay anything if that hospital is open. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I said from the initial stage, because that's what we planned it from the beginning, from the initial stage.
It has changed now.
Yeah, that I said it from the initial stage. I said we will open it free from the initial stage. And we are depending on donation and support from other family members and friends around to run it from that
So
point.
how that going to happen, ambassadors? Where is the projected time? How long do you think they're going to run that? Or besides that, is there contingency planned after that, a certain period of time you want to turn it over? And if you are turning it over to whom you are turning it over?
No, listen, when you do the Google search for the Blue Club Blue Shield, which is the medical or company in the United States, when they started first, they started as a non-profit, free of charge to people. But later they changed because they saw that the healthcare was not possible to be free because it was costly. So they changed legally. They changed to for-profit program because they needed to make sure to take care of the people who are working and continue to maintain this organization. So when we reached to that point, we made that decision.
Are you playing politics with the people?
No, not politics. This is the non-profit organization that I started, Roosevelt Foundation.
I know
So
of that.
it's not like a school. Listen, running school is different than running clinic and hospital. Okay? When you go to school, how much school need to run as compared to clinic? That place we building water tower because we want to use fresh water in the building.
Yeah, I'm concerned with this whole free thing here. I'm a guy who not like this too much of free thing here, and because I'm looking at the surviving, this is why politicians can we'll do this.
No, listen, I don't want you to
medication.
get it. I don't want you to get it missing. I registered this Roosevelt Foundation as a non-for-profit, okay, to run it. Clinic and school, they both cannot run on the same or budget. How much so my school need? School, you just go, you don't even need to use tire in a plate. Just put cement and raw cement so now the children go sit down there. But we are using tire and all in that building because we want it to be very, very, very different. Okay? Because you going there to seek health care.
Do you have international support, maybe from your own state? Do you have people, foundation, or people who are supporting this, or are you relying on family or your own pocket? That's what I'm asking too.
family support, depending on support from family, that's how we've been building the place.
Okay.
That's how we've been building the place. And that's the dream. That's the dream. So when they say healthcare will be free, this is how it happened. It's not going to be completely free. You will register, but as compared to the child that you're supposed to get from outside there, if, for example, you're supposed to get medication, that somebody charging you $100 out there, probably they will tell you just pay $10 to be able to maintain the place. When they talk about non-profit, yeah, you go there, they can do fundraising. People go there to donate. Those are how people raise money to continue to maintain the place. So now you go there, they say, we make bread today, we sell. You're going to buy that bread to put some more money in there to be able to get the thing running. Sometimes that's what me and my children been doing. We do fundraising. We continue to do that.
What I'm hearing, if that clinic facility is completed, you're gonna have drugs there. They're not gonna be giving prescription to say go buy your own prescription or what?
No, you cannot go buy the prescription. It's not how we came up with the idea.
Give you the prescription to go out to buy the medication. That's what I mean. The medication gonna be bought. You're gonna have your own drugstore or pharmacy within everything gonna be embedded into the hospital cost or what?
According to what we plan, even in the whole year, my family can run and continue to maintain that place and pay people at the same time to get medication in that place. But what if we are not able to continue it in the future? What happened? Okay. Should we close down the place? No, we can't do that.
All right.
I'm leaving room for uncertainty. I want you to understand. So tomorrow, when it happens, you will not say, oh, the man said everything will be. I always told them, I said from the initial stage.
Okay, initial state. Yeah, that's okay. This is what Mr. Mills is saying here too. Mick Snoop Mill, who are calling the middle name, but Mr. Mills say he said the clinic should not be free for the entire public, but for all folks. If you come out that that plan, a politician will play politics out of it. You are doing good job, Mr. Dam, but that route will will be a little difficult to go through. So I think Mills is also getting the point, but you got what he's saying, right? Maybe the old folks or whatever.
And you did not even give me chance to end what I started to talk about the healthcare issue before you came in with the question.
All right, go ahead. Let's see.
So because I was even talking about the 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 people with disability, in fact, people disabled people, okay, our ministry on these people, where some of them supposed to even have came and walk out and think to walk from one point to another, wheelchair and all of things like that to be able to move from one point to another, they do not have those things. So we are they healthcare will be able to transport some of those used things from the United States here to go there and be able to assist those people to be able to move from point A to point B. Those are some of the plans that we have there for that. Okay. And people like pregnant women, we are also thinking about them, that there will be special program for them, that we will encourage them. At least people will go around to their own community to be able to do some check on them. Some pregnant women, they don't even go to clinic when they are pregnant until they get birth.
So
they don't do it.
Is there a staff going to be doing that?
Yes.
Do you have the resources, and how long you intend to do that?
It's all part of the program. If you are there, the people will just be like people going to one community, from one community to one community. They go there, they check your poll and see and check and tell you, oh, so thing, maybe your poll is just not too something, you have to go to clinic. You have to encourage some people to go to clinic. Those are some of the plans.
Let's look at what they're planning for education. Anything agriculture? Or yeah, we're talking about rice in the warehouse, right now in the warehouse, rice in the country, rice not in the country, all of that.
So the second one is the education part. On my plan, the education part, what we intend to do is there are a lot of schools, little schools in the towns and villages over there. That some of those schools, the children do not have a sitting and a bench or good sitting seat or capacity. So we are intending to fix armchairs and be able to distribute on those schools, to give it to them free of charge, to use it for our children to use and sit on it. And through the same education plan, we will be able to assist some of the people who cannot afford to send their children to school. Can you imagine that some of these people, they can call me here just for $5,000 Liberian dollar, that their kids are not going to school? So those are some of the things that we'll be doing to be able to help them, those kids. And on my website that is coming also, when you go there, we have the financial aid program, where you will just go to that place. That other program is for college students. You will go there. If you are from the district, go there, download the paperwork that will be there, fill in a form and submit it to that website. And we will see if you are qualified, you will be able to get financial aid from our program, my education program. That one is not for the grade school or student, it's for the college student. Okay, we got that. It's already on the website. It's coming all soon. The website probably will be finished by next week. And as soon as they come, we'll be announcing it. So the kids can go there to apply. If they are qualified, they will be able to get the financial aid. In fact, financial aid from our program.
How many students are you targeting?
Well, the first money that I allocate is $250,000 Liberian dollar to start with.
250,000 Liberian. Approximately how many? What's the equivalent US dollar it could be?
At the rate of 150, just do your math there quick and see.
Okay. No, I just at 150 we in US, we in America. So I thought that US.
No, that Liberian dollar. That Liberian dollar. I say 250 Liberian dollar. Yeah.
Okay. We always okay. We always like to make our folks that are following us we questions or comments randomly selected by the moderator. This is what Mr. Samuel Chia is saying. Ambassador Dan, do you intend to hold on to your clinic and representative at the same time? Supposing that you are elected as representative, the clinic is there. What becomes our clinic?
What kind of question is that?
The question is, let me put it down. Why the question pump into you? If you are elected as a representative for district number 8, the clinic now is your clinic, it's a private clinic, correct?
The clinic is a community initiative.
Who
That's
is
how we started it.
Who and how are you going to end?
We'll continue to maintain it. We'll continue to maintain it.
Who is the initiator?
So because when I'm representative now, I will rule out the whole thing or what?
No, we don't know. That's why he's asking.
No, we will continue to do it. Man, being in a job plus being in a job, the clinic will still be run, but our organization and we continue to go on as we play.
Who is the CEO for that organization?
It is Ambassador Roosevelt Dan.
Ambassador Roosevelt Dan. You're going to be there. Okay, so the questions Mr. Jackson is asking.
He did not put the question the way it's supposed to be. If you want me to help him to rephrase the question, probably there will be people will understand what he's trying to say.
Let's try that and see.
He could have said, will you still be CEO for your non-profit at the same time, serving as representative? Make it simple. Make it simple. Then people will understand what he's trying to say.
No, you're a politician. We can't make everything simple for you. Y'all got to make things simple to us.
No, but the way he's doing it now, when I answer other people who want them to understand, they won't understand it.
So, but yeah, what he's saying here, and we'll not make that as a big talking point here. I know you get a lot of things to go through.
When you say hold on to your clinic, and hold on to the representative job, there are two different things there. Yeah. I can still hold on to the clinic, but I cannot serve as CEO at that point. Another person will take over and work. I can still hold on to it. So let him make the English and try to differentiate it. I can hold on to it. This is my cell phone. I can hold on to my cell phone and give it to you to use. But it doesn't mean that I'm giving the cell phone up.
So for who?
I don't know what he's trying to say.
No, you give me your cell phone and you're holding on to it. Eventually, at the end of the day, I'm going to give it back.
I will now give the CEO position to somebody else. In fact, somebody else to run while I'm serving the people, because I will not be able to serve in the two capacity.
Okay, but that's the tricky question there. So it's an indirect question. We want to see where the transparency is going to be coming from. You too. That's what the question is well calculated. But you're a politician, you don't want for put your you want to have your own way.
I just wanted to help him to understand, so the people to listen to can understand that. Yeah.
All right, I think that is clear cut. So let's see what next. I mean, we want to have so will you be prepared to have like a debate? Who is currently occupying that district number 8 seat, Ambassador?
Is Honorable Larry Youngquay.
Oh, Larry Youngquay.
And beside that, we are even thinking that probably there will be 15 candidates running this year. So we all will be going to debate. If there is one that will be organized, we will be there to go make our case.
If I were to organize one here, will all the other candidates, will you be willing to show up?
I don't know whether they all will be able to come, because some of them, I don't even know how I'm going to get them.
No, you cry your own cry.
But you know, I'm already here with you. Where you think I will not come?
All right, folks, in conversation with Ambassador Roosevelt Dan right here on the Liberia Public Radio, been following Lpr-Tv. Let me have you get a glass of water, and we're going to be right back.
From the West African nation of Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia Public Radio and Television present Business Diary. This program focuses on the activities of business institutions and individuals in society.
I'm Jeremiah Senior. CEO of All Nation Bank. It's been very good to have this business established here. We are 1 year since we opened here in Anono. There have been few challenges here that have faced in this country, and that is all about the language. But here instead, I refuse to be deterred. I refuse to be discouraged. I open a business and things have been fine.
My name is Mercy Wakarilanga. I am a finance officer working for an international organization. I have a master's degree in business administration. So today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the COVID pandemic and how it has affected the business sector in terms of me working in an organization, an international organization.
Don't miss out. Be my guest. It's coming soon on Liberia Public Radio and Television.
Okay, welcome. I am Afonso Zienso right here at the New England Bureau Decks with the regular editions of Freedom Watch. It comes your way every evening right here from the Liberia Public Radio. My guest tonight is Ambassador Teresa S. Dant, expiring for District number 8. That's the seat of Larry Yonkwa. You want to pull Larry Yonkwa out of job? Whew, man. I would love to have a debate here with you and the equipment here. That would be fascinating. All right, I see you flipping papers here. I know there are some few things that you want to do a quick run through.
Yes, I think I told you I want to briefly talk about those things that I have on the list here. You know, when people see those things, writing the thing is different than explaining how you will do it to turn into reality. Okay. I'm a farmer. When I lived in the interior before, in a village before, I believe in farming job. My wife and myself used to make very large farm, even swamp. We used to make heavy swamp. I used to have sugarcane farm also. So we were living, we were surviving on those things. But now, as things continue to move, I don't know what is going on. Our people have decided not to make farm anymore. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
If I go to Liberia, I will be in Nimakane, people coming to Ghana to buy pepper, to carry on the farm to eat. So I want to take agriculture business also serious under my leadership if I take over that district. And what I intend to do is to invest money into the group farming, not individual. I'm not going to get individual money to say go make farm. Anywhere that we go to encourage the people in every time to make sure to do a group farming. Even if they can plant cassava, we invest money in them to be able to plant their own food. They're not going to give the money back to us. But we will give them money. We tell them that every year when we give you the money, at the end, what you're going to do, your group going to do, come and just report to us how much you generate from the crop that you plant and sell. We don't want that money. Just come and make the report because you're checking on me. Myself too, I will be checking on you. When I give you the money, go and make the farm, sell whatever you plant there. And the money you make from out of that thing as a group, come and tell us. People in the town, they want cassava to buy. Who making the cassava again? Nobody. Nobody planting cassava.
So when they tell you, then what next?
When they tell me,
I made 100,000, 250,000, whatever quarterly or whatever. Then what next?
We call that empowerment. We're not going to take that money from them. We will continue to add on them and monitor. We say, okay, go again and invest some portion of that money. We get involved because I am your representative. You're checking on me. I want to make sure to put you on something. So myself too will be checking on you to make sure that.
No, let's get it right. Are you say you will give it back to them, or it's going to be transferred to other potential farmers who also want to do something like that? You're going to give it back to the same people. They are already generated huge capital from the first hand that you gave them. So why would you give it back to them? Other people might also want to have the opportunity.
No, for example, if we go to the town and then we ask and say, we want you guys to group yourself and make a farm here. So whatever money you make there, we want to continue we want to make sure that you continue to empower yourself. We're not taking the money from you to give it to a different group. We are already empower you, but we want you to make sure to always have money. Do not come back to us and say the money finished. So we'll be monitoring whether the money that you have is still the way we expect, and you continue to invest it.
Okay. So let me get the call here quick, so maybe they might see it. Okay, let me go. Okay, Mr. Jackson, go ahead. Good evening and welcome.
Yes, thank you, Mr. So. Sorry if I interrupt, but it's an interesting conversation. And Mr. Dan, thank you very much for coming. It appears that you have a chance, but we have a couple of questions. When you appear on NPR, some of these questions is not something to be very emotional. It's something, to brighten you to understand, because you might eventually say some of these questions, into your debate or on your campaign trail. So sometimes we bring the question, to enlighten you, to be able to prepare yourself for the future. So let me just rephrase, some of the questions that I wanted to ask you. During early time, there was an issue, that came on, with conflict of interest. And people said that, but you can't hold all responsible because there was no code of conduct. So what they did was they crafted a code of conduct. And that in that code of conduct, there were a lot of serious things, that was set in for people to make sure, that they don't violate it. Now, my position here is, my question to you is, where is your stand on the, on the conflict of interest? Assume that you were elected.
My stand on the
Hold on 1 second. So I'm going to be going to it. You want to respond to that, Ambassador, before I go to the next question? Where do you stand on that? Go ahead.
I think the issue of conflict of interest have been one of the serious problems in Liberia, and most of the leaders, they have not been able to abide by that. So the foundation, Roosevelt Down Foundation, the aim is to give back to the community, to help the community in whatever way we can through healthcare delivery. So if I am elected, I'm not going to be the same person as I told you. I will be running. We already we got people who are, how they call it, board member of our program that are working. So some of them, I might call some of them to come and say, come and continue to run the foundation. So you want to tell me yesterday, Joe Biden, in fact, all of those people here, they always have their foundation. So when you are a leader, it doesn't mean that you're going to forget about what you've been doing. But the foundation will be running separately while the leadership of the district will be running separately. It's not going to be something that will take the foundation or the district money to put it in the foundation. No, it's not going to go there.
Okay. All right. Let me go to the 612. Our senior political analyst based in Atlanta, Georgia, Amos Joyce is here. Let me go to this number from Minnesota, 612. 612, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? 612, are you there? 612-0589, caller. Airplane can blow home. 612-442-0589. Are you there? Hello?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my name is George Paul, calling from the state of Minnesota.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. So listening to Mr. Don, it's the same thing we get over and over from those citizens. And it's very unfortunate, it's very sad, and it's also laughable. Because, the reason I say that is that people support, these political parties with the hope that they will get, maybe a position in the government. Okay. So, looking at Liberia, it's not an industrialized country. Everybody trying to go into government to work.
Yeah, get to your question quick so I can go back. Yeah, just get strictly to the question and let's see where your reservation is.
No, I don't have a question. I just have a concern because right now, as you can see, it's not only person. There are so many disenfranchised citizens because everybody expects to go within the government. I don't support Jeffrey. I don't think he's qualified mentioned that, I mean, we supported the government so that we don't have a say on the position. It's what killing Liberia. So that means every citizen should have a job. You know what I mean? So that's a problem right there, because it's supposed to be a national issue to where you try to figure out to create job for millions and millions of people, but rather once citizens don't have a job, it's a problem. So now you have so many people running around. They are disenchanted because they struggle with just here, and today they don't have a job. And it's not the only person. There's too many of them. And we can't run our culture that way. We need a serious leadership that will start creating jobs for millions and millions of people. It's not about you because you're citizen, you run with the government, so you're supposed to get a job there tomorrow. If you know try to get a first presidency, then other people can go get a job too. We can't run our culture that way. It's disappointing and discouraged.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me go back to my folks here. And look, before Ambassador Dan respond, this is why I've said here consistently, not even CDC. All of the people screaming, yelling, Unity Party, Liberty Party, Party 1, Party 2, ANC, all is about job. I too, when I talk for people, if I'm competent, if I'm qualified, I must get it. Who don't want to work? It's a unique thing to work for your country, to serve whatever position, capacity they call you. What is important is your authenticity that you are taking to the table. How are you going to do the right thing? That's what matters. So all of these people that are talking, you see them eating, the people going to go grow vein on their neck for nothing. Everybody want to be the Carrasco. Everybody want, all people talking, they want to be the Jefferson Koji. Who don't want decent life? Of course, nothing wrong with that. But if you are qualified, if you are competent, I think you should get your job.
Mr. So I don't think that guy actually know what he's doing. He's talking about. Look, when they talk about politics, you know what people go into politics? You think you just go there to sit down there? When somebody emerges, right now they say the party want to become president, you think all the people are going around that, but some of them need job and they will be collecting money to help the president. The higher go, it's not the football club. The politics that job people want. They want people want to, even if you want to make the change, how can you make the change when you're not in the leadership? How can you do that? Everything we're doing here, how far our voice can go when we do not have the power.
Okay, let's have a conversation here. Mr. Amos George, welcome here. We want to have a critical conversation. I don't buy into that, and I've said that. That's why I said my mouth is wide enough. Nobody going to advocate for me. All these people that are talking, growing vein on their neck, believe me or not, they want to either go to Lpr-Tv, they want to go to LRE, they want to go to Revenue Authority. It's a complete baloney. It's a complete lie. I'm advocating. They're not nobody advocating for me. I say they're advocating for themselves to make their part of one. Yeah, so that OUT is out. Nobody. I'm not going to buy in. Get me wrong. You're doing what? You started it before even getting into it. First of all, is that your political path or journey you are paving into when you started with this whole cleaning thing?
No, I don't know. Can I tell you that I already written my bill in laying down or what? I don't know yet, but
how do I know if you don't tell me? Because what I want piece of legislation.
Yeah.
I want piece of legislation. This is what the people don't do. I want piece of legislation because you see here, I need I want to see these lawmakers. You're gonna come here. I want to see these lawmakers with hair on their shoulder to start making provision within the budget. You look at like a gasoline. You look at like a rice. And put some sort of miscellaneous budget. What happened when the homes were going on here? What happened here? Uncle said they bailed people out, and that money didn't go free. They gave that money, and at the end of the day, they give it to people. That you have this sort of stuff here. That's what it's supposed to be talking about, but nobody is talking about it. So I want to see it being like, okay, if I'm elected, I would want government to subsidize some sort of local farmers, give them certain thing in a certain period of time. We expect to get that because other people must be benefited.
Some of the thing that we are doing in Liberia, because it's good for it to be enacted into law. Because when it's illegal, when you're doing it, it's okay. We go about doing a lot of stuff. Government sometimes does a lot of stuff, but as long as it's not on the book, people don't value it too much. Like for example, one of the things I have been talking about to put on the book in this United States, Government is taking care of old people in this country. You think Liberia cannot get that money to take care of old people? Liberia can do. Liberia government can try that. Where the money coming from, they're doing all of those things. The same place the money coming from, we can get money to take care of old people. You cannot be working when you are old, then people start calling you witchcraft simply because you do not have anybody to take care of you. And my healthcare thing that I start with, this is where it's taking me to be able to push that kind of idea for that bill to be passed, where we will be able to take care of our old folks that we're doing it in the United States. That's a legacy. We can do that to leave it behind us so that it will be better. Some of these people, the old people, we've seen them over there. Some of them work in government. But today, where are they? Nobody cares for them. They're laying down in the community that people calling them witchcraft. Those are the things that we're going to put in place. Maybe we will not be there, we will not get there today, but gradually we will get there when people start talking about it the way I have been talking about it. So those are some of the things that I'm planning to do. It's not just for going in the community to help the people. Those are the needs for the community people that they need. But when we get into the house there, those are the kind of things that we introduce so they can benefit instead of going every day to get people $5.
Okay, let me bring our senior political analyst from Atlanta, Georgia. The Liberal Progressive always call him far right. You know, Georgia, Mr. Ambassador, you know, Georgia, they play our man Trump call. He wanted to kind of twist the votes around. It's a very controversial area there, and the secretary stood the ground. Believe me or not, and he was a Republican, and that's why our law, when you say, is not about the party. Until we can have politicians who will put the interests of our country first and foremost. The thing about it, you are elected. You represent your constituent first and foremost. Listen to your constituents. What is lacking? What your constituent want? That's what you do. That's why John McCain went and gave that thumbs up. But our people, it's about their party. Liberty Party, CBC, Unity Party, all of them. They don't even sit, for God's sake, to talk one day. I wanted to see the day where he needs Akara Gray and maybe who the other senators said to sit and talk, or maybe Akara Gray and maybe what's his name? Okay, Sarah just say from Mosora, they can talk. But I mean, to see that sort of intimacy, to share notes, to have a conversation. Amos George.
Yes, sir.
This guy, he's a hardcore supporter of CDC. He cried all day, all night on his podcasts, defend this government to the teeth. And I'm hearing most likely from his tone, he might go as or independent. What is lacking?
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Dan, and welcome.
Good evening, Joe Evans.
I've been following you people. It's just I was someone that I couldn't join the conversations, but I follow you people religiously. But I want to take you back. I got a couple of questions. I want to take you back to the healthcare. Healthcare is very expensive.
Sure.
Let me maybe you use the word initially will be free. Then as it involves fees will start paying fees. But let me just say this. What is it? Suppose you make a flat rate from the beginning as something that will help you as a revolving fund. People will not pay the full amount for services, they will pay half. So that will help you to keep the system running. Because for instance, like if you buy a drug, if the drug is 50 cents, you can say pay 25 cents. So that will help you to run the clinic. And instead of you saying for initial it will be free, you don't think that will be a path to go down that way? Secondly, will you be soliciting support, subsidy from the government of Liberia? And if so, what are the channels? Is that channel that you can follow? Since you will be providing that services in that part of Liberia, would you ask the Ministry of Health to see if there's any provision that they can subsidize the clinic that you will be running?
I think.
I think let he address that so that we can
Yeah.
pound him with so many.
Yeah, thank you,
Ambassador.
Brother Amos. Thank you so much. That's a very beautiful question. I think I started it from the beginning. I told you, I even set the example on the Blue Club, Blue Shield, or company here. When they started first, they were non-profit, and when they found out that they were not getting what they were getting, and the company were almost at the point of going completely off, they decided to legally make it as a for-profit or business. You can Google that, you will check the whole information about Blue Club, Blue Shield. So that's how it is. But initially, we started as a foundation that we plan to help in that direction with the help of my wife, who is actually behind this whole thing, and my children. And now I'm in the United States working. What if I go to Liberia, I'm not able to work and get money that I'm getting to continue to put into this? What will we do? Will we close this whole thing down? No, we will continue to do what we started. But then the perfect way will be if I am in the government now, I will have that voice to even advocate that this clinic be either subsidized by the government or some help come for the community so that we will continue to maintain it in a way to have that dream achieved. Because if you are outside, who's going to talk for you? We got a lot of clinics over there, nothing there. Nothing there. You go there, you don't find drugs, you don't find nothing. But there are some people in the government, when you go to their clinics and things, they got drugs. Simply because probably they had the opportunity to go closer to people. But it shouldn't have been so. It shouldn't have been so. Every clinic and hospital in Liberia is supposed to be taken care of by the government. But for me, because I don't want to say that I'm being subsidy and I'm going to be taking care with anything. Say that again.
Are they not taken care of now, you think?
No.
Yeah.
You say every clinic should be taken care by government. So my question is, are they not taken care of now?
No, not the way it's supposed to be. I told you when most of the clinics you go there, in fact, not most, all the clinics you go there, no drugs. Come up, paracetamol that you can take for pain. You don't find it. You don't find it. They will treat you when you go there. You will buy bandage, you will buy gloves, you will buy everything. They will tell you to go outside to buy it in different drugstores. And most of the places you go in, they are owned by the people, the very people in the government. We got a lot of problems in Liberia, man. We still got a lot of problems. Don't think we need to see how bad we can fix it.
Ambassador, let me push it back. Let me push it again. You don't think they will be honest on this popular platform to say this clinic will provide service to the community at a minimum cost. Instead of you saying from the initiative it will be free. You don't think it will be honest for you to say that?
But this is how we started it. We have been saying it over and over. It's not like I'm just saying something because maybe somebody, in fact, you guys asking me tonight, that's what I'm saying. I have said it over and over. I said we brought this as a community initiative. We will start it initially free to see the same way we've been doing. People go there, we don't ask them for any money. We've been giving money to people to fix it. But our dream is if we can get supply from the United States to continue to put into the work that we've been doing. So, if that continue that part, we continue to get little support, we will continue it.
Yeah, here's the thing here. Yeah, it's the risk here. And we had this conversation. Even George is trying to start trouble here now. And,
no,
okay, yeah, it's a trouble here. I don't think personally it's a workable strategy. You must have a short-term and a long-term goal. We started initially, but we found out it's a financial burden. And I agree, there will come a time you will not do it. The children or the madam too will get a support, even if you get the international support. They will support you and they expect or they anticipate a certain period of time. Say they will say, oh, maybe 1 year, 2 years, we want you to stand. Nothing should be free, at least a minimum cost. And what I'm not still hearing from you, Ambassador, if elected, you said most of the clinics, they don't have drugs. And I was there recently, I saw that. There is a root cause. This building you see behind me, where you want to go, there are men and women there that have oversight responsibility. And there are other administrative appointees by the government or by the president who are charged to administer or who are managers or directors or heads of these institutions. Why can't these people call them to book? Why can't you tell us here, if I'm elected, people that are there that have responsibility, these people, we got to call them as it is. I'm not hearing that. We got to be forceful, because if we do not tackle the root causes of these ills in society, I mean, you will be exhausting yourself. You will be wasting your own resources, and you will get tired, because those people that are in that place, they are already initiated. They don't want anybody to twist their mind. They don't want people coming with new ideas to kind of like change the kind of culture that they have in there. How can you respond to that?
I think you are quite correct. You are quite correct. I need to be saying those things, and those are the things that I have been saying. The day sometimes you hear me on the Facebook, they blue eye talking, I also that talk that maybe
now you want to be representative.
in.
You want to be representative now. We need to hear enough from you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If I am the president having the opportunity to be in that building behind you, exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to summon people to come before us to answer questions why the hospital and clinics in the country is lacking of medical supplies and drugs. They will do that, and I will be the one to bring those things on. You see the example when I go to Nima, I can go to some of the clinic, I'm screen live in places. You think I can have myself behind something when I'm saying it? I don't do that. And they just can follow me. I can say it, and I will post President John. We had me in a bold letter so that maybe somebody will test it and you will see it. And I can do that. So one thing that we say there, we continue to see the country is going down. We say we just want to do it on partisan level. No, we expect the healthcare. No, it's deplorable.
Ambassador, let me push you one more again. You are saying that you want to go in the house, and you are a strong supporter of CDC. 6 years, almost 6 years now going, 5 years going to 6 years. The hospital situation is a huge problem in Liberia. Healthcare delivery is a huge problem. People will continue to make noise about healthcare in Liberia. Some in government, some outside government. If you are elected, what will you do differently? For George, we have to listen to you, or the government to listen to, because the past 5 years, nothing has been done to improve the rural healthcare services. And you have been making that noise. You outside, they not listen to you. You go in. What difference will make 5 years from?
I think we have to be very honest to ourselves, to our country, to the people that we hold dearly to be our people that we want to represent. We have to respect them, and we have to fight for their interest, not just for ourselves. And if only President we now know that he came from somewhere. And today we'll be sitting down somewhere, people will go and tell him things, and they say everything in the country is okay, and he believe that everything is okay. Then he will be doing it to himself. The last time, when the people were raising a land, they said no rest were in the country. Why is so happening? And he said, walk to that place. He walked to the place there to find out whether rest were there.
Because election coming.
Okay.
Probably election coming.
Probably that's the reason. He wouldn't tell me that some of the polls that we put there, President we cannot see. How the man know that I've been talking for him? He can watch me. When I post, he can see it. So if Ambassador is pressing on healthcare issue, he's saying it, and if that man is part of CDC and he's very critical, he's saying something that will bring the government down, then you are going to be saying that you will be doing it at your own rate because you don't care for the people.
I'm coming back to it. Let me push you again. I'm asking you. 5 years. Rural healthcare. It is a serious problem. You look at the report. Childbirth. Women dying, maternity, childbirth. Children dying. Liza is all in the report. I'm asking you, your government that you support, they have not tackled that issue. You are talking about, people will talk about it. What difference will you make?
The difference that we made is even right now, the CDC, when we go to the conclusion where probably it would be chance for me to run on the ticket, I would tell them that even though I'm coming to run now on this party, but I was going independent and I have my own plan. My plan, I have the number one thing there is for us to seek the healthcare issue very seriously. And Mr. President, you have to put your foot down. Even if I have the opportunity right now to say with him, I would tell him that if the healthcare issue is not fixed, probably he will not be elected the second thing. Because the people in the interior, they are pushing hard time. I'm not lying to you. When I go to Liberia, I don't spend much time in Monrovia. I spend most of the time in the interior. I can see those things. People in the little town, they don't go to clinic because when they go there, nothing they're going to find. So at the resort, they prefer to stay home when they are sick. It shouldn't have been like that. I will be able to sit down and tell him, the same way you walked the last time, you went to the store there, to the free port to see the rest, walk sometime, go to places like Nibakane, go to Grand Jida, see the little clinic around, go unexpected and see those places.
Are you saying for the past 5 years, the person you support, the government you support, are not aware of rural healthcare problem? Is that what you're saying?
Probably they are not aware. I don't think so.
Okay,
if they were aware, they will take action. That they take action on the rest issue they feed it. You saw the rest issue. You saw the rest issue.
Ambassador, let me make an educated guess here. Is it becoming difficult to support or defend this government that you are strongly supporting? Is it becoming difficult now?
Because so it's not actually like it's difficult. But sometimes we have to be.
You're running out of words. You're running out of words now.
No, I'm not running out of words. I'm not running out of words. You have to advise people. Because so if I am doing something and you advise me, if I don't want to listen to you, you think you cannot point out something higher so that I will follow? You will do that.
Are they not listening to you?
It's not only my one. We are plenty that say this thing.
No, I'm having a conversation with you.
Okay, that morning, listen. So that morning when the president went to the free port to check the rest, we were talking about the rest issue that morning.
But you remember when Maggie was saying, you can ask the president. You saw that part too?
But listen, I told you that if people can listen to me, that morning I was talking about the rest issue. As soon as I'm done with the video that I was making that morning, less than 15 minutes, we saw the convoy going to Freeport.
And guess what? Ambassador. I come in George before you go say, guess what?
We saw the convoy going to the Freeport. How the president saw the issue and said, but rest, we got enough rest. Why the people are saying that no rest?
Okay, guess what?
Probably we are the cause. We are some of the problem, because if we were pointing out the issue that are they on the rest issue that morning, the president went there to go find out whether it was true that there was no rest in the country. If we were pointing out consistently, probably you will be seeing so. Because there are some people sitting right by him, they feel that everything is okay. As long as things are okay with them, things are also okay with the people outside there. They don't care whether other people crying. It's none of their business.
All right. It's like a piece of cloth between the season now. I'm getting a text message here. People are listening. A strong sedition now is telling me, Afonso, you are stirring up trouble. We will be calling Ambassador Roosevelt down. If they call you today, your expertise is in security. When they call you today, look, the police is challenged. We need your expertise. Where will your political cap go?
Well, from the beginning, I told the people that it had been my dream to go by any police. And before any security be effective, some of the things that you need to have logistics. You need to have logistics. You need to have fun. You need to have fun for operation. I was in the police, even though I was not at the B level. The last rank that I had before leaving the police to travel, it was inspector. I was shift commander. I have a 2-star on my shoulder here. Inspector.
You general?
Okay.
You a general?
No, not general. We got inspector in the police that they ran with goods.
Well, yeah, because when we the surveillance, when we have a
No, no, no. When you see them, you will see they are on their shoulder here. You will see there's a different rank category that you will be seeing. Okay, so police need logistics. Some of the questions we're asking around here is whether police have enough logistics, whether our police even have some operation fund to enable those guys to go battle crime. Those are some of the reasons. Even if people means there today and things are not the way it's supposed to be, it will be difficult. But we're still speaking out. We still request for those things we ask.
Ambassador, you still start addressing my question. My question is, I'm getting messages here. My phone is cracking here from high profile sedition that I am stirring out trouble here this morning, hour today, and that you will be called potentially with the Liberian National Police. So my question is, if that call comes in, will you undo your political ambition? What will you do?
I think looking at there is something they call opportunity cost, looking at the weighing everything. Those are all areas that you can go to represent. We want to be able to work for the country. But going in the police, even though I will still be honor some leadership, but right police supposed to be neutral in every country. Police supposed to be police, not even supposed to be a regime police, but we're supposed to be neutral because every government that comes will still be there to serve you. Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. In the media, words matter. Word matter. Police not supposed to be a regime. What are you talking about?
Because you see the CDC trying to call you. That's what I'm saying. The profession itself, some people serve in the Manaseri government, they are still in the police. They're still there. They're still there. I'm just trying to tell you police cannot be one stop. If you are police today, if you want to be there, you will be there forever. That security job is
okay.
just...
Let's go to this caller here and then we'll come back here. We are in a conversation with Ambassador Roosevelt S. Dan. Caller, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Mr. Pro. This is Jeffrey. I'm calling from Texas.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thanks to your co-host or your George and thanks to your guest and Ambassador Dan. Mr. Pro, Nigerian politics is kind of I don't know how to describe it.
Can you be audible a little bit?
I can your studio to this thing, these things. I can remember it was sometime last year or year before last. Mr. Dancer, he was one of those physicians who went sabbatical. One of those disenchanted physicians. Guess what happened? When President William was going on a country tour, Mr. Dan, who was disenchanted, came right back and said he is back. So it means that those things that got him disenchanted, the problem that got him disenchanted, I don't know after whether the problem was solved by then. So now he's making another statement on the platform. I don't want to ask him. During the time he went sabbatical and he decided to go back to CDC, were those problems solved? And deep down in your heart, do you see the problem in Liberia currently with the CDC government? How will you compare? How can you compare and contrast? How will you relate this kind of in Nigerian police? Because I follow your show many times. I listen to you. So hearing what you say on the show tonight and what I've heard you say on your show, I mean, I don't know what to balance myself. So
Keseli is starting trouble here tonight.
Yeah, can you please convince us? Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Mr. So, I mean, it is good that we bring people to point on these issues so that we can get the clear side of them.
Okay, let's give him the opportunity so he will respond. We are running out of time. Let's give him the opportunity to respond. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Oh, Ambassador?
Yeah.
You heard what he said?
I don't even know the point that he have over here. The problem is one of the things that those things that I was telling the people to do, there was some there that I saw Josh we did. That the people of Liberia, they elected you. You need to go and tell the people thank you. Go and reach out to the people. And he did.
it brought it eased the noise that was in the country. It was not only me. Even the very people that voted for us, they were complaining. And that's how it was supposed to be. So some of the things that I was advocating for that got me disenchanted, I saw some changing.
Enough? Was that enough?
Yes. At that point, those things that I listed, I saw them happening.
Ambassador, let me ask you another question.
So sometimes when we make recommendations, CDC is one of the good political party ever that I've seen, that people in it, they will talk against themselves in the front of fixing stuff. I have never seen any political party in Liberia to do that, to speak against anything against that they are doing. I have never seen that. The only political party that have done it is CDC. And we do not have problem with it. Anybody can get this enchanted and say you will still be a member. Because what you say is helping the country too.
But let me ask you the question.
Ask your question. So
yeah, let me ask you the question.
And
you are not being forthcoming, and this is why many of you expiring doors in Liberia. So let me ask you again. At this point in time, you've been member of CDC all those years supporting the government. At this time, why you have not yet decided to say which party platform you're going to run on? Is it independent? Because what I see happening here is what many people do. You will go and say, hey, I will run as independent. When you win the seat, then you say, oh, I want to vote CDC, I'm going back to CDC. And this is why I see you driving.
So you can't tell me that we are part of this stage.
Hold on there. I want to know from you, and our audience want to hear from you.
No, it's not that we keep repeating ourselves. There's one question we started to ask.
Mr. Dan,
so what did I tell you about my decision to run? What did I tell you? Did I tell you I'm running as sedition? Did I?
You didn't say you run as sedition, but you have been a strong sedition all those times.
So that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
Hold on, Mr. Dan, we're not acting yet.
Here is the deal.
No, we cannot go back and forth.
No, we cannot go back. You can't tell me what to ask you. You can say, I don't want to answer the question.
Okay,
go ahead. Tell me what not to ask you.
Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
Just tell him I plead the fifth. You're done with him. That's it.
That's all.
I told you the man from Georgia. You know what he's doing
because
now?
What I'm asking you,
he put you in the case of I come in from Georgia. He put you in the case of something too.
And secondly, what I figure probably the city, you don't want to run a city platform because it may not be strong. So you will decide to say, oh, I will go as an independent. When you win it, then you say, oh, I'll go back to CDC. That is the premise I'm coming from. So at this time, why can't you tell the Liberian people or your supporters that, look, you know what happened? I will go as CDC or I will go as independent. Why?
George, Amos, brother, I have part of that stage. I told my people that I'm running independent. It does not mean whether CDC is weak or not. I'm not discussing that right now. It's not what I'm is running as an independent for Representative George. It's not like I'm running as president to say I had to say much about the party. If I want to make CDC stronger in my district, I can do that. The same way I have been talking about in fact, talking for our party, I can still use that same voice to talk for the party. I will convince the people.
Okay, let me go.
But I'm telling you that I'm running as independent.
Okay, that's all I want to hear.
That's causing trouble here this evening. Let me go to this number here quickly. Here calling yes, and so the ambassador 608 number. Are you there, caller? That's the last call for the night.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Melvin Dan, and I joined you from Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison to Wisconsin. So are you coming with a rescue boat or what? Go ahead, I just kidding about.
Yeah, I just want to make some clarity on the last quarter comment. I'm a physician, even though I might not be well known, but we all support the government and we pay for the government. And one of the things that we physicians most of our discontent is the government didn't reach out to the people who voted them to power. And we were speaking on behalf of the people for the government to go to the rural area because Liberia is not just, let's say Moreover is not just Liberia. Because the people in the rural area, they had an issue. They had a plan that they had to focus on the government. So we were speaking that the government go and visit the people to know their problem. And not just knowing the problem, but to take care of the problems. So these are some of the reasons that most of us, we are still angry with the government. If y'all go over there,
are you angry?
Yeah. Because most of the things they saw, they are not doing it.
So you are Ambassador Dan Boat. Are you moving in his direction?
Not exactly, but like I'm just thinking as individual.
Individual. you not plead the fifth. Okay, my man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
If you go, you observe the problem, you should be able to solve the problem. You can't just go and observe the problem and leave the problem, then you go back again to the simple way. So those are easy.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me go to the ambassador here. Ambassador, give us your last run through on a few things that you want to say. There's going to be an ongoing conversation. I mean, I really appreciate you coming, and part of that for us to have this sort of civil conversation where we will understand where we're going as a country, as a nation, and people. And you coming here on LPR, I really do appreciate that because I know I won't be surprised at all. Don't go down there. You go down there, the minute we go. I know a lot of phone call. Phone call. Don't go to the phone so there. Don't go.
Yeah, thank you so much, because so I think the thing here is I'm not just want to run to become representative because I want to, or maybe I'm just thinking maybe to make money. No, it's not so. We need people who will be able to talk for our people. That job is a very big job, but the people play with it. They don't do the way it's supposed to be. Okay, I don't want to be represented. Then I go somebody representing me. You know what I'm trying to say, right?
Right.
Somebody representing me. That means everything I'm saying, it had to pass to somebody. Then what should I go to my people to ask them to put me in a job? There are a lot of differences. In fact, there are a lot of different things would be the problem that somebody will be representing me while I'm representing my people. Probably I don't know what I'm doing. So everything that's going to come on my table here, I will just say yes to it. That means somebody representing me, I don't know between the land and know what is wrong, what is affecting Liberia at this time. Some of the representatives we got in our house, some of the people representing them, they're not representing the people themselves. Because they set on the problem and they add that they don't know, because they will be there buying time to other people. They almost like they're staying with other people, or like other poor brother in the job. You, when you told your people, your poor me, let me go represent. You need to be vocal on issue. You need to speak. And your speaking should be on point, and you should bring out issue that will be debatable. You don't just go there, you sit down, you behind the people.
So let me
those
ask
are some of the reasons. I am going to represent my people. I'm not going somebody to represent me in that house.
Who is somebody you're talking about? Somebody.
Representatives.
Yeah, the representative. You're not going there for somebody. Who's the person outside of the representative?
Let me tell you. Anywhere you meet 5 to 6 representatives together, there are somebody that are controlling those people you're seeing around.
Who?
In all the places there, I'm talking about group.
You said somebody control. Who controlling there? You know, what have you heard? What are they telling you? Why are folks from district number 8 telling them somebody in our lawmaker are controlling? Who's that person?
Let me tell you, the people that came from Nimakane that went in the house to go represent their people from Nimakane. Some of them, they don't even talk on issue.
Somebody controlling it.
That means, yeah, somebody has to go talk for you. You will go to talk for your people. You're sitting down there. Listen to me. Let me finish. You ask me a question. Yeah, let me learn. Chief, you leave your house or your district, your people send you to go talk for them. You have become somebody now that somebody had to represent yourself. That means you do not even know why you are there.
But Ambassador Dan, to be honest with you,
you don't know that representative is bigger than a minister. You don't know that.
No,
Ambassador Dan. Listen.
You don't know that representative, single representative, is bigger than a minister. You don't know
that.
The
minister is appointed.
You are making a valid point. You can summon these people here. You have oversight responsibility. What I'm a little bit confusing, and I want to make sure my audience also get to the point. we shouldn't be speaking in some sort of esoteric tone where few people understand and other people don't understand. Then guess what? Because if they don't understand, they want to misquote you. They want to say this is what Ambassador Dan said on LPR. So I'm trying to go a little bit forward here. Who are those people that are representing the representative? They're having special assistant and special assistant to special assistant. That why
yeah, here you go. That's what we're talking about. When issue come, as a representative, you have to speak up.
Right.
You go there to speak up for your people. This is not a particular person that I will be pointing out here to say that I am going at this person to point in particular. I am saying Roosevelt Dan is not going to the House of Parliament to go there, and he said,
you're just speaking in general,
to sit there while somebody representing him instead of representing his people in the House.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's put that to a rest. Okay,
Yeah.
That's Ambassador Ty.
You saw the issue that came up with Asida Mitap issue the last time. Some people were shy away from that. Some lawmakers.
Yes.
The citizens had to make noise before they themselves start waking up to go do the work.
That total now, you got to put fire.
So that means you don't know what you're doing. You're supposed to speak up on issues that are affecting the people. So the citizen must cry for it before you hear that this is why you know the citizen is supposed to get.
You're gonna be another light when you go to the house that behind me. You will be another light. The first light, you know, they're going dim now.
No, the light there is the light there have gone up, but I will take them from in the diagonal and bring them out.
Ambassador Roosevelt.
The light is gone. They put in the diagonal. I will take them from in the diagonal and bring them up.
Wow, that's quite interesting.
Do you think you're going to make the changes you need?
All right.
If you are consistent, other people will join you.
Okay.
Martin Luther King started a thing, and today we are all benefiting from him. What he did here.
Okay, Ambassador Dan, time has cut over, but I guarantee there's going to be an ongoing conversation. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that Amagadi ring, you know, those wrestling or SummerSlam.
So don't come here and campo confusion between me and my party. I beg you.
Who's that? I just asked an honest question.
Oh God!
You come here and answer an honest question.
Yeah, no, but Amos, I know my party is still looking up to me. Probably when I go for my tour and come by, they will see what I'm going to do. They will say, no, that man you're bringing.
But that's what you're going to do because you'll be hiding. Right now, I can tell you, you don't want to run on your party platform. My good old friend. He told me, if I run it, I will not run on CDC, I will run as an independent.
So guess what? This is what the Liberal Progressive Samson Tour is doing here. He get a Liberty Party that is fragmented, that is in disarray.
I know.
He's not solving the problem.
He's not solving the problem.
Yeah.
All right, Ambassador Dan, we want to thank you so much.
One of the point that I made here tonight, and you guys did not answer. I don't know our question. I said we should, in fact, there were questions. We should a party in Liberia that usually speak against themselves in the front of fixing things besides CDC. We should a party. That two of you answer the question for me before we see it.
When you invite me on your show, then I will answer that question.
No, it's part of the discussion. That anybody in our party has ever stood up to say, this is wrong. Mr. Boakai, you're not supposed to do this.
But I'm not from Boakai.
You're not supposed to do this. Which of them have ever done that without CDC?
Ambassador Dan, what you do, if you want for us to take on the party subject, invite me so we can discuss the party's issue in Liberia. So we can put CDC and other parties under the microscope. But this was a night to
so that means
message.
You do not have answer for this short question.
No. I'm not going to answer that question. Because if I answer that question, then the Pandora box I come to open because what you see here is not true. It's not 100% true. So I don't want to, because of that, I don't want to go there. That's why I say, if you want us to discuss, you're not sure of the CDC, then you tell me, oh, we can talk about CDC. You're not sure of the party.
No, listen, you can be on the going independent. It does not mean that you're not sure of the party.
No. I would never, I would never go if I belong to a party and believe in that party at your level, believe in the policy, believe in the platform,
Yeah,
I will not go independent.
But Amos, do you don't know that the party had to decide who they want to carry? You will just go and force your way in?
Well,
So
it means that your role in the party is not that important.
It's a problem that I have. People who jumping from party to party, they are the problem. They are creating, they are having the political chaos in the country. Here is the reason. I'm not talking about you. You say you're going independent, you have the right. The reason is the inner system. When you are part of the system, part of your job is to help to fix that system.
Okay.
But they will create a trouble. They leave from there. Believe me, for discussion purposes. What happened? We saw what happened in 2017. All the people, after CDC flogged them, they all came.
They lowered the party. I mean, unit the party.
Yeah, half of it they're gone. Unit the party.
They want to keep their job.
Right now, when the boat turns, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Any group that come in, they will go there. So the question becomes, when they were there, what did they do to fix the system?
They don't want to
always get out, and that's what I don't like about our people, our politicians. They will always get out of the system. Then they will decide to point out the ills.
Yes.
You will not, like here, you see people here in government, whether Democrat, Joe Manchin, why make him to be like something? He's a Democrat, but he got an open mind. You have some Republican, they are Republican, born Republican, they might die Republican, but they have some basic principles in them.
Yeah.
All right. Our people, very few. All of the statements is all political correctness. And you're quite correct. They would not, when it comes to their party, they are indefiant. All of the million excuses will be given. They will take us back to Dota, to the Transitional Assembly, to Bamangbo, to Judy Bryant, before we come down to Taylor and then Helen Johnson Sirleaf. Simply do not want to take responsibility of things to do. And that's what we are saying. So it's all about then seeing the individuals of that institution, but not the political party. And that's one of the reasons when each party is off the table, the radar, the whole party going there. Where is NDPO today? When
they all go. As soon as the standard bearer, the dream bearer is no more, the party finished. The party finished.
Yeah, because you know what? The people who organize this, they don't build, they are not building institutions, they build individuals. Because if it is individual, you will train people, start to empower people. So we're one step away.
There you go. There you go. That's the same thing I'm saying. If CDC was building the institution, why would Ambassador Dan, who from Nimbakane Project land, will still be sitting down here? It's not going to be.
I should be asking you. That you represent.
It's not about daily institution. We're building around the individual. If we were building institution, then Ambassador Dan from Nimbakane open land. Okay. We can't train a child and bring him up and make him a little bit there to hold on to him too. So what we
when at 12 o'clock or 3 a.m. phone call comes in tonight, is it late?
So start out there, man.
Okay.
So what make it when Ambassador Dan go fight on his own, he kill the elephant and bring it, then they say CDC go, oh, but man, the men that don't bring the man closer here. Those are the kind of thing they do, you know?
I know, right?
Those are the kind of thing they do, and we build system like that.
Ambassador Dan.
What is the reason you sending your child to school? You sending your child to school to replace you.
All right.
So we will send out to school now. We must go to school by ourselves to come to represent CDC with our own effort.
Okay. Yeah. There are some folks listening to you from your constituents. Your message more or less is being directed to your district, district number 8. Let's give you a wrap-up statement. Maybe they didn't get something because we were just bustling you or doing stuff.
Yeah. Actually, I thought we came probably to talk about my district, but maybe we'll have another interview for that.
We will do. I want you to be in the district and I bring you on because my guys.
Okay, we do that. I will be there soon. Tonight is just about overall view of Liberia. It's not any district issue. I think so because we did not say much about the district actually.
No,
because I should be sending my message directly to the people. Say that again.
I say you talk a lot of good things. You talk about education. You talk about health.
You talk about job. You talk about scholarship.
That's why would you say
healthcare?
Yeah.
Those are a whole lot of things. Basically, you talk about, and that's why your camping centers around.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to say thank you, guys, for giving me the opportunity. Those of you who will be listening to me in Nima County, more especially in District Number 8, Nima County. This is Roosevelt Sedan, the representative aspirant camp 2023. I'm coming because of what I see, that most of the promises that our people made are being broken. And with my new idea and fresh idea, more especially idea from the United States, I am coming to help. One of the things that I'm seeing that we should be doing now is during the wartime, Nima County was one of the bread basket for Liberia, where we used to plant food, rice, and all the kind of good food from Liberia, from Nima County to go to town to supply the country. Where are we now that we are not able to do those things? We still got land. Why should we be giving ourselves to politicians to use us? It is now time that we can think to go by in the soil to plant our own food. We can do that. If I am elected, most of the team will be investing money into, some will be agriculture. Those of you who will want to make group farming, we will be able to give you financial aid to be able to plant your own food, sell on your own, and do whatever you want to do with that money. But all we need, food should be in a district that when people go there, they can buy. I think, Mr. So I forgot about something to say. There is a farmer group in my district, they call them Clay Quato. This group, they are all women. About 300 and some more women. They plant their food, their rice, they bag their own rice, they get warehouse, they get rice, farming machine, they raise their own cattle, they sell. The people are productive. But guess what? No government have ever invested money into those people. Nobody, no representative, nobody. When I came across these people sample, somebody posted on the Facebook, it happened in 2018. When I came across the Facebook post, I took the number, I contacted the people there. I said, can I help you people? I'm so impressed with what I saw, that you people, they were in a swamp, such a women, large group of women. They took the picture and posted. And for that time, the people were impressed. Hey, where are you? Who your name? I called my name to them. And I said, you go to Uganda, I got something for you. I want to contribute to your family. I sent them initially, I sent them 25,000 Liberian dollars. Look, the money, the way the people embrace that money, I thought that I have given the people $1 million United States dollars. Just 25,000 Liberian dollars. The people told me that since they started, nobody had ever, and they plenty rice. They got more farm, they sell their own rice. Nobody. So from that point, I have been taking care of this group. Every year I give them money to continue to carry on their program. So that's the perfect example I'm talking about when I talk about agriculture. That the people there motivate me to see that if we invest money in those people, there will be rest in our place for all to buy.
Okay, if you go keep 2 bags for me on my way to Grand Gita, I will make a translate there and make sure and carry that and
surely do that so you can promote them, because you get big platform. Yeah. When I went to Liberia last year, the people brought one of the bags. The bag that I will send you the photo. They brought the red. They said the red with plenty, Mr. Dan. This is you and your wife. They brought it with one goat.
Oh,
they brought the goat with one bag. They showed me the red that they plenty. Goat.
What a goat.
I forget it.
I ate it, man. Start that thing.
Okay, I'm going to send my man Daniel Carter there to keep 1 bag for me too.
Sure, because I will visit them also. I will visit their facility. They are waiting to see me. The last time when they wanted to welcome me, I didn't go there. They were crying. They said they want to see me. So I will be to their place. We'll see that.
Mazon, their vote, you already get their vote. Okay,
so,
Ambassador.
Then go there and see what we're doing in our village.
I will let my guys know. Thank you so much for your time, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't hesitate anytime, whether inside Liberia, any information you want to share, just send it to us, and we will get it out there. We are not selective. We just want to make sure we send the factual information. That's what we do here on LPR. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So I think it's good. Sometimes we go on opposition platform because so they had to ask the hard question, you know.
So we LPR opposition platform. Amos say he independent ANC member. Can you imagine? Your sympathizer or ANC?
I speak my mind. I don't put no partisan care on.
Are you sure?
I don't put partisan care on.
Okay. No, but sometimes that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we'll do the partisan thing. They don't talk about the country too.
Right.
Okay. Hey. That's what I love CDC because the people can talk freely and they can.
Let me hear my CDC you love and CDC you love you. What's wrong with you?
We can really get this conversation.
You love CDC you love you.
Pleasant evening.
You want a woman that wants you want you.
So have a good night too. Thank you. I appreciate you guys and we'll talk behind the scene. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, well, folks, that does it this evening. I want to thank you so much for sharing your evening with us. I'm Alfonso Z and Sort of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. Thank you so much for sharing your Palm Sunday with us. Of course, you will live, you will not die. Death is not your portion. And we want to thank you so much for joining us here this evening. One of my favorite artists, this lady from Nigeria, husband kick did whatever thing in his chest, and it's so painful. Let me play her song. I love this song here so much. All right, folks, that's how we're going to leave it this evening. I'm Alfonso Z and Sort of the Liberia Public Radio. Artist Senishi Niwachiku, so crazy difficult to call. May her soul rest in peace. We want to thank all of you this evening for your time. By God's willing, same time, same station. So we're going to be right back here again with more editions of informative news program right here from the New England Bureau of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We want to thank you for your time. That's what we do. We make conversations proportional, fair, balanced, objective, ask the real critical question, no entertainment. We don't usually have the conversation that you intend or you want to hear. We tell you what you need to know. And that's what Liberia deserves. Until then, next time, same network, we'll be right back here with more fascinating conversation. Each and everyone seeking national office, lower, upper, you might answer all of the tough questions, and we'll give you the opportunity to have yourself explained. Until then, have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.
I just want to thank you. Thank you.